Back in the booth, back on the airwaves. Coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Cody McClure, Sam Beard. Bad news, Bubba. Happy Tuesday morning to you. Hope you're having a great start to your day. A better start to your day than Cody is, who he says he's having to get an Uber to get here. That's tough. That's a tough text to get.
Yeah, what do we think that is?
I mean, it's got to be car trouble.
You think he had it yesterday? You think he came outside this morning and then the car ain't firing? I think you would have called it in for the show if the car wasn't firing this morning.
You think so? Do you think he knew last night? That's the accusation you're ready to throw out here?
I think it would have been easy. Call it in.
I think we're seeing a different, new, refreshed Cody that wants to be here no matter what, so he's making a decision to have an Uber come get him.
Well, I do appreciate that he's still getting an Uber to come here. Because like we are at that part, we have hit that part of the calendar where there ain't a lot new stuff to talk about every day. We're either going to have to dip into all the offseason talk we can muster or hope we randomly run into stuff, because otherwise ain't really nothing new going on outside of like Major League Baseball regular season.
These are Cody's prime months.
That's what you would think, but he says he hates these months. You would think these would be his prime months where he gets to come here and talk about whatever, but he says he hates these type of months because there is no, fallback. This is what I need him, though. I mean, we could do a straight sports show all the time, and it's not something I like doing, but we'd be all right. We'd be able to do it.
What if he's just driving in like a shiny new, just 2026 brand new car off the lot?
I'm going to guess that's not it. Would have been nice if that billionaire would have.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe that billionaire was like, hey, man, I was going through my credit card history, and I saw I could only give you a $50 tip. I got this car headed your way.
Here's a new car. If he'd have known that his car was getting ready to face trouble, he could have really tugged at that guy's heartstrings. So you think he knew about it last night and then called an Uber this morning?
I think you'd have to.
I like the logic behind your thinking. To where, if you're coming out to start your day and the car doesn't work, you just call it and say, hey, I'm having car trouble. I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
I think it was from like Even Stevens or something like that, where the dude wakes up and he's like, 5 minutes, man. Guess we'll try again tomorrow.
He was 5 minutes late.
It was something from some kids show, but yeah, it was. And
that
I
was
kind of follow that motto.
I think that's kind of how I treated high school. Oh, man, it's already 7:50. No way I can get to school on time. All right. See you in second period.
I had a teacher one time, like, they called me at like 2 minutes until like the bell rung. And they're just like, well, we're just going to hold everybody until you get here. And I was like, dang, you shouldn't do that, but all right. And they let me sneak in through the back door, and I was like, this is pretty cool. And I got a perfect attendance, and then I wasn't there on the day to pick it up.
I had a teacher who'd let me in the back door. Shout out to her. She's a good woman.
Yeah, they're careful about teachers nowadays in back doors.
Yeah, and honestly, the older I get, the more I kind of understand like why they didn't want students entering the back door. You kind of want to funnel everybody through one entrance for safety reasons. I do get that. At the time, I was like, "That's stupid. Who cares?" But yeah, it's one of those things. As you get older, you gain a little perspective. There was that whole thing that happened in Knoxville, like what was it, last week, 2 weeks ago, where a former student was just wandering around all these schools. Whatever came of that?
I think nothing, which seems crazy.
Did they like find out like he had been like he was like disturbed, like he was just maybe not all there, or was he just I don't
Bouncing
know.
around from like elementary to middle to high school with a backpack on never seems good these days.
No, it doesn't. And like people are rightfully freaking out about it online.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that like I've been in this community long enough that I kind of consider myself a part of the community, but at the same time, like I didn't really go to high school here, so I don't really understand the dynamics. But even then, you're like, a former student shouldn't be just wandering around campus. And I think they said only one of the 3 schools like behaved properly.
Yeah.
In terms of like catching him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. This kid that went to school, or he goes to school there, I guess, and I know him, and he was just like, this seems crazy to me.
Wait,
like,
you got a guy that goes to school there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he basically was like, yeah, I think the only one that actually did its job was like the elementary school. Like I think the middle and the high school were the ones that just were like, oh yeah, man, go ahead, go right ahead into this school.
Well, I guess if you wanted one school to be on top of it more than other, it would be the elementary school.
I guess that's fair.
You would want that, but yeah, crazy story. Anything cool last night for you two?
Watched a weird movie, Mind Cage.
Mind Cage?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's this guy who basically was like a serial killer kind of, and was like a fantastic artist. And then he's like in jail, and then there's these series of killings that happen that seem very similar to kind of the way that he used to do things.
Okay.
And basically through like the power of like, he can like draw a picture of anyone that he sees and then basically like hold it, and he can turn into them momentarily. And he's basically like,
oh, okay,
starting killings from prison almost.
Is it good?
I thought it was pretty interesting.
Okay, because I was going to say, I Googled this movie and I'm not impressed. They got John Malkovich in a weird wig, I guess, and Martin Lawrence as a main cop.
Yeah.
A solid 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah.
It was, I mean, I was like interested by the
concept.
By the concept.
Yeah, I understand.
There were a couple cheap elements of it where I was like, man, I need a little bit better on the screen of here.
I understand the idea of watching really bad movies and being like, you know what, I kind of see what they were going for.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like this first Reddit post that popped up. I rented this on Amazon Prime, knowing that the description was fairly reminiscent of The Silence of the Lambs. But holy bleep, what the bleep? This movie is literally nothing than a bleep low-budget remake. From the plot to the character selection, the almost identical lines, the very few original elements added to the film are corny AF. The only reason I even gave this a chance is because I like John Malkovich, and I regret it. Would not recommend.
First Martin Lawrence like being one of the big like keys in it was kind of throwing me off.
Then the first reply is, I found this thread because I Googled, was Mind Cage 2022 written by ChatGPT? Usually I like bad movies, but this one was painful to watch. I went to the movies too yesterday. Or I guess you didn't go. You watched that one at home. Mm-hmm. I went and watched a Japanese film. Exit 8.
Got to do a lot of reading.
It was a lot of reading. And I got to say, there was times that I was like, man, I'm regretting this because I was like, I'm tired of reading. But it was a nice little movie. I figure if they put Japanese movies in the American theaters, that means they're at least somewhat interesting. We'll talk about it today on the Fan Run Podcast Network. You can listen to the movie podcast. It should be up around 5 o'clock. You can get my thoughts on it. But it was interesting. Basically, this guy stuck on a time loop or a never-ending loop. Exit 8, if you make the figure 8, it's like infinity. So basically, it keeps walking around this think of it like an airport terminal, basically. And he has to spot abnormalities. Is that how you say that word? Abnormalities? What the hell? Something that's strange. Something that...
Abnormalities?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's how I'm supposed to say it, but I can't get my mouth to do it. So he has to spot one of those, and then when he does, he has to turn around. And if he turns around, he gets to go up a level. So he's trying to get to exit 8. It starts at 0. And if he misses one, it goes back to 0. So it's kind of a descent into madness, but it was kind of touching. I'll talk about it again, like I said, on the Fan Run movie podcast on the Fan Run Podcast Network. Also got initiated into the Big Dog Club yesterday. That was cool. Bubba, what's up with you?
I'm curious about this big dog club.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. So at the gym, I was messing around and not to brag, bench 305. The next thing I know, they brought me out like a big collar and a bone and started woofing and saying they were putting me on the big dog list at the gym.
Let's go.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm in the Big Dog Club now. So you guys must refer to me as Big Dog when you address me.
Did you get down on all fours and start like running around? You did
Hiking
like
the leg?
in the
No,
gym?
no, I was disoriented. They started throwing treats at me and brought me a collar and said, "Welcome to the Big Dog Club."
It's like the opposite of a lunk alarm.
What is a lunk alarm? I've heard of that, but what
At
is
Planet
that?
Fitness, if you like banging weights too much and too loud and too heavy, they're just
They fire off an alarm?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You never heard of that?
I have heard of it, but I didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Is it real?
Yeah.
They actually set one off?
Very rarely, but when they do,
I bet that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I just saw a video of one actually like last week. Apparently it's up to the discretion of whoever's working at Planet Fitness.
Okay. So maybe they can have a little fun with it.
Yeah. So like I saw this guy and he was doing like, I guess like it was like bench press, but it was like on a machine kind of like that.
The Smith machine.
Well, it wasn't Smith, but it was kind of just like, I don't know. He had plates on the side, but it was a machine type of bench press.
Okay.
And he like was trying to go to failure or something like that. And he kind of clanged the weights when he was dropping them down and then made it kind of a noise. And there was just like a Boop.
Does everybody like point and laugh or
I think everyone kind of looks around and was like, I
need to Google this.
Lunk
alarm.
For the concept of it is just like, making everyone feel.
Yeah. I know their whole thing is we don't want big meatheads.
Yeah.
We want people.
But also at the same time, you're kind of contradicting yourself, just drawing so much attention to like one person in the gym after they do that.
I was going to say that, but at the same time, I get it. They're trying to shame them and be like, hey, here's a reminder. Don't be that guy. I go back and forth on how I feel about the Planet Fitness mentality because I do think it's very nice to be welcoming. At the same time, you don't want to like run off those people that are just trying to work out too.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's just trying to afford a cheap gym. Now, if it was a more expensive gym and they did that, I would say it was fair game. But like to my knowledge, still Planet Fitness is the cheapest option, right? It's like $10 a month, right?
I would think so, yeah.
So maybe this guy's just not got a lot of money. He's like, hey, I need to get this cheap gym membership. He shouldn't be treated differently because he's in shape and lifting a little bit heavier than the chubby people that just want to get on there and do cardio or just, want a safe place to do it. We need to be more understanding and more welcoming to the play. This guy just might not have any money to go to the big dog gym.
Did they give you the collar to take home?
No. I didn't get the collar to take home. I got to take the bone home though. And I picked up the treats. I didn't eat them though, Bubba.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was cool. What about you, Bubba? Did you get introduced into the Big Dog Club? What happened to your day? Anything cool?
Not really. I found, as shameful as I am to say this, a pretty addicting mobile game.
Okay.
It's just like pixel golf.
Oh.
And then I went down a rabbit hole. They got so many games. And there's also another one too where it's like, I keep seeing them being like advertised on my timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like a dynasty for like basketball.
Hardwood Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just downloaded this too.
Is it like Instagram ads that got you?
No,
Twitter ads?
A couple of my buddies told me about it.
I don't need to hear about it. I've kicked my habits. I'm off the video game, or I'm off the phone games. That King's Ransom or whatever the hell it's called, King's.
That Candy Crush used to get you.
Well, that's what it was. It was like a King's version of Candy Crush, but what was it called? You're trying to set a king free. Royal Crush, Royal Match. Man, I was playing a lot of that for like a year. And I never thought I'd be a loser spending money on games, but then I was spending money on games, and I knew it was a loser behavior as I was doing it. $6 here, $2 here. Next thing I know, I'm spending like $20 a month on this phone game. And I'm like, why am I doing this? But I couldn't stop because I wanted to just keep leveling up. And then I think I made it kind of to the end of the game because they started putting me in a different club for like a week or two while they built a new level. because I guess so many people had like gotten to the point where they had gotten past all the stages and they couldn't keep up with it, so they could only get out like one a week. And that was really rock bottom for me, even though it should have been an accomplishment of like, wow, look at this, I've made it to the end. I was like, wow, you've made it to the end of this game. What a loser. It's kind of like that South Park episode when they're playing Guitar Hero.
Yeah, you are.
And I was like, wow, that is what they're hitting me with. Welcome to the Champions League, loser. Give us a week to try to give you something new to play. And I was like, that's so finally I got rid of that. I kicked the habit, but I deleted the game. Then I got addicted to chess. But for the most part, I've quit playing chess too.
You should play shogi since you're a Japanese culture man now.
I don't really know what shogi is, and I wouldn't say I'm a Japanese culture guy. I just went to watch a movie so I could talk about it on podcast today. There wasn't really anything else that came out in theaters last week that caught my eye, so I went to see that one. Shogi? No. And then, they almost always get me with the ads where you're like doing math and shooting bullets. You've got seen those, right? Like where it's like minus 12 or times 3, and you get the times 3, and then your squad gets bigger. Then you're shooting more, and you got to get guns, and you got to time it up. I played that one for like a week, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to play this one anymore either.
Does a game actually play like that?
The one I played wasn't as cool as the commercials, but it was still okay. It was all right. So I don't need to hear about your games because I'm a recovering addict, and I don't know if I'll relapse or not.
Did you watch the WNBA draft?
I kept an eye on it. I was a little surprised that like they had. Whenever I saw that Z Spearman here, from Tennessee went number like 31 overall. I gotta be honest, I was surprised. Like they have 31 picks. What the hell? How many rounds do they have? Then I was like, okay, are they having extra this year because there's an expansion draft? Because there's an expansion team? Because that seems weird. But then I was like, no, I guess they just always do 3 rounds. Was that the only Vol that got drafted? That's the only one I saw an update for.
I didn't even see that, honestly.
Okay, well, I saw that Z Spearman, VFL. Okay, we had Janiah Baker go, I guess, at number 29 as well in the second round. That is always a reflection, not to do women's basketball at the top, but that is always a reflection, a reminder of how far Tennessee's fallen. You only done number 29 before you had a player drafted. Meanwhile, UCLA, I believe they said they had 6 girls in the first round. Obviously, UCLA is in a better spot than Tennessee was this year. They won the national championship, but that was a kind of a slap in the face reminder there. I guess they had 5 in the first round and 6 overall. And that was your WNBA coverage.
Did you do your taxes yet?
No, it's hanging over my head. I got to do that today. I hate doing taxes. Doing taxes is gross.
It's kind of fun, honestly.
You think it's fun?
Yeah.
I ain't just make up stuff, start clicking buttons.
No. But like I realized it's like, oh, this is how far down I've shifted into the lower income bracket now. Like what happens to me?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we'll try to do this to maximize your refund. I was like,
See, I'm sure it is fun if you just have to do that. But see, I'm a contractor.
Yeah.
I'm a 1099, so it's different. Like tax time for me sucks because I got to pay money in. Everybody else gets their refunds. I got to send money in. Not like a huge amount because I ain't like balling like that, but I got to send more money than I want to spend. But then also like I got to also like make sure I round up like 7 different income streams. And again, nothing to brag about. Not like there's a lot of money on those 7 income streams, but then you got to do that. Then you got I'm trying to deduct this. I think this is fun, blah, blah, blah. And you're just kind of making it up.
You can become a sovereign citizen.
Does that mean I don't have to pay taxes?
Yeah, that's what they say. Laws don't apply to them, basically.
How do you do that? How do you
become? Just decide it one day, basically, and you just become. I think you got to get pretty good at like knowing the loopholes in the law.
Yeah, I need to study up. I need to study that. I need to study up on that. It's not. See, I don't really have a problem too much with the rest of the government stuff. I mean, whatever. No more than anybody else. I'm not like an anti-government person. I just don't like paying taxes. Or I just don't like figuring it out. Like I kind of just like, hey, give us this much money. I mean, all right. That's fine. But I understand deductions and all that stuff. But no, Bubba, to answer your question, I haven't. What I usually do is just send them a certain amount of thousands of dollars and then just file an extension and then figure it out in October. It's typically what I do. Typically. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. I'll probably just say, here's $8,000. Enjoy. I'll see you in October. We'll figure out how much either you owe me or I owe you. We're off and running on TalkSports. Hopefully the big guy will be here soon as his Uber has picked him up. Stick with us. It's TalkSports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work-hard, play-hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Good morning, Knoxville. I'm Aiden Sidoti, and this is your TalkSports update for Tuesday, April 14th. Tennessee basketball is set to host Notre Dame transfer forward Jalen Harrelson for an official visit Tuesday. The freshman averaged 16.2 points and 4 rebounds last season for the Fighting Irish. In the WNBA, the Dallas Wings selected UConn's AZ Fudd with the number 1 overall pick in the WNBA draft, reuniting her with former Huskies teammate Paige Beckers. In the MLB, Josh Naylor launched his first 2 homers of the season and drove in 5 runs as the Mariners wrapped up a 4-game sweep of Houston with a 6-2 win. For full coverage of every portal move for Tennessee, head over to fanrunradio.com or check out the new Fan Run Sports app. And now back to the studio.
updates. On the move, Jalen Carey. No reunion. No backing out of the portal. No Tennessee changing their mind and saying, actually, we want you back. Jalen Carey ends up at Missouri.
If they want me back.
That was sad, but at the same time,
He's in it for the money.
he was in it for the money, and at the same time, he didn't take care of business. Like Jalen Carey, I won't lie to you all. I won't front and act like he didn't have any moments here. There were some times where he was the difference on the good side. And there were some times that he was the difference on the wrong side. But he played great against Iowa State, and that was the biggest win of the year. Played pretty good against Houston. That was probably the second biggest win of the year. Played good against Virginia. Maybe you could say Virginia was the second biggest win of the year. But like Tennessee was a good team whenever Jalen Carey played good. The problem was I didn't feel like he played good but a handful of times. But then, yeah, like Bubba referenced, he at the end of the season said he wanted to be back here if they'd have him back. AKA, like if we figure out a big money and big role for me. And Rick Barnes in Tennessee was like, maybe you should look elsewhere. Which, I mean, that was a poorly kept secret for most of the year, was that if you had anybody behind the scenes or anybody like around the team that would talk about it, Jalen Carey wasn't necessarily the easiest to be around, reportedly. And like the relationship wasn't the best there in terms of just the coaches and him. It's just kind of a business decision, if you will. Like, hey, we need you, you need us. Let's just play some ball this year. Let's get through the year and we'll reevaluate. But like it had always kind of pointed to like he was not coming back. I started hearing that like in January. They're like, hey, that roster spot is going to be cleared. But then you get to the end of the year and all of a sudden JP Estrella and Cade Phillips are gone. And maybe that opened the door. But ultimately, no. He ends up transferring to Missouri. That'll be his fourth school in 4 years.
Honestly, I think Dennis Gates, not too bad of a move there by him. It's like whoever his point guard was, it's got like the two initials as his name.
T.O. Barrett.
Yeah. The guy's not too bad. You throw in
I think he entered the portal.
Oh, whoa. Maybe we should be looking.
I believe T.O. Barrett's, entered the transfer portal himself. But either way, like, I understand Missouri looking at Jalen Carey and saying, yeah, that's fine. Come on. Because, I mean, he is going to bring some toughness and he will bring some size. Tennessee, will be on the schedule this year against Missouri, as will Vandy. So Jalen Carey is just going to make his rounds and create new enemies everywhere he goes. I don't know if he'll get the same level of venom as he got from Vanderbilt fans, though. They hated that guy. And they booed him really loud every chance they got, partly because he left and then partly because he came to Tennessee. Me personally, I got no venom towards the guy, and I don't feel like I'll boo him unless he does something between now and then to bring it on. Is that fair to say, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, he's not a consistent enough contributor, I feel like, to kind of make you upset about leaving. He's one of those guys that maybe like we were on the receiving end of it when he was at Vandy. Like he kind of has a big game against you and he pisses you off a little bit because it's like, oh, man, why'd you give me 15 points and 8 rebounds tonight? But like for a season-long type of outlook, like I don't think you're going to miss that guy all that much.
No, and then also like, I don't necessarily like Missouri or their fans, but like it's not like he's going to a rival.
Yeah, he just kind of slips away into the back of the conference a little bit.
Yeah, Vandy was upset, but like, hey, if he starts at Missouri, if he's able to go there and get a starting spot, that's about the type of program that I think you're comfortable with him being a starter on. I view Tennessee in much, much higher regard.
Yeah.
So like, not going to act like Jalen Carey can't bring something to the table, but like I just didn't think he was good enough to be getting big minutes on a top 10 program, and I truly think Tennessee's a top 10 program for as long as Rick Barnes is there. It is kind of funny though because just looking at him, you talked about the big games he had against us last year, or I guess 2 seasons ago at this point. and you kind of understood why, maybe Tennessee and Rick Barnes fell in love with him. Against Missouri this year, Jalen Carey 0 for 3, 0 points. Did grab 10 rebounds, though. So maybe they said, hey, we just need a rebounder like this. Bring him in here.
How much do you think that happens in college, like in the portal era, of a coach playing some guy? And, Dennis Gates probably knows that Jalen Carey's not going to be the starting five for Tennessee next year. So he's like, does he kind of put that one in his back pocket of like, man, this eighth man kind of burned us this year. We need some physicality down low. Like, do you feel like you go after guys that set that tone against you? Because that's what it feels like Barnes did, picking up Carey himself.
Yeah, and I don't typically like that. There was a running joke in the NBA for a long time that like Doc Rivers was only going to sign or trade for players that either played for the Celtics whenever he was there or that like had one good game against him that he remembered. And the thing about one good game is that like, that could be a real like anomaly. That could be a real anomaly, like, if you just have one good game. And I think, Jalen Carey had a couple anomalies against, Tennessee 2 years ago. So they probably did get Rick, on Rick Barnes' radar from that. I'd say it happens a lot in baseball when you're playing these midweek games. If you see somebody and you're just like, wow, that guy's a stud.
Yeah.
Jot that down. You remember like the Jolly guy from UConn in football a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
He bought out against us and people were like, jot that down, jot that down. Money Williams from Montana, we've been somewhat linked to maybe being interested in talking to him. Jot that down, jot that down. I'd say it happens a lot. Now, in the good news, you heard Aiden Sidoti, shout out to him, give us the name. Him and William Passett continue to do a great job covering the transfer portal for us here at Fan Run, either on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or the website. They're doing a great job. But Aiden gave you a new name, Jalen Harrelson. He's set to be here on campus today for a visit. He is a former 5-star, and not a 5-star that's like been in school for a long time and not lived up to potential. This is a guy that was, just a freshman last year. And, I'm not going to act like I watched a lot of Notre Dame games. But when I just like peruse the stat line and I peruse, 6'7", 16 points a game, I mean, that's a pretty good start for me in basketball. Like especially if you're doing that at the power level. Now, again, Notre Dame pretty bad when it comes to actually playing basketball, but 6'7" can score 16 points. That's a pretty good starting point for me with any basketball player. So this is a name that I find pretty intriguing.
Doing it all while just not being a 3-point shooter at all, too. So, like, I mean, glass half full, glass half empty. You can say, why are we bringing in a guy who doesn't have the ability to shoot a three, or, a guy that can kind of be that dribble drive, kick out, be able to penetrate the defense really well and be able to kind of be a playmaker from that sense. But I agree with you. If you're scoring 16 a game at a power level and you're kind of doing that with a part of your game kind of missing, I think that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, but the part of your game missing is a big part, and that doesn't get me too excited. I don't want to necessarily pick the guy apart until he decides whether or not he's coming on campus. But yeah, just looking at his stats, he attempted 0.9 3-pointers a game and shot 20%. So that makes me think, is Tennessee wanting to bring him in as like a small ball 4? Is that kind of the idea here?
That's what I think it is, yeah.
But like watching his highlights, he's not really a small ball 4 at all. And honestly, he doesn't look 6'7" when I'm watching the film. That feels a little inaccurate, but like ESPN has a couple highlights. This one against Boston College, he brings the ball all the way up the court, makes a really good move at the 3-point line, spins around, draws an and one. I don't know if that was really a foul, but like, yeah, the idea of him coming here and playing power forward, I don't know. Maybe this is just Juke Harris protection. The guys Tennessee keeps kicking the tires on him. I don't know if you saw, but like a couple days ago, was it 247 that gave him a crystal ball?
I believe so, yeah.
They quietly went in and removed that, which feels like it should be illegal. Feels like that's unethical. Feels like that's frowned upon. There was an ESPN mock draft guy that got caught doing that, and like ESPN basically fired him. Like 5 or 6 years ago, their main mock draft guy on ESPN that did for the NBA, he got caught going back in like after the fact and like changing his mock drafts to make him look more accurate. Started moving guys up the board. That way, like in case people were going back and retroactively grading him, you thought he was smarter than he was. I feel like manipulating the crystal balls that way is against the rules too. But like, hey, here's a crystal ball for Juke Harris to go to Michigan. Actually, delete it. Maybe people won't remember. But I saw that and was like, okay, maybe that's a good sign for Tennessee, who was, visiting him over the last couple of days. As you're fighting, is it North Carolina and Michigan you're fighting for now or fighting with now?
For Harrelson?
No, for Juke Harris.
Juke Harris, yeah.
When you see this Jalen Harrelson guy, they're like, just seeing like 6'7" and putting him, do the kids still do that in the car? 6'7". But like whenever you see he's 6'7", Juke Harris is 6'7", it makes me think it's like one or the other. And then this might just be a little insurance there. The contract numbers floating around for Juke Harris are crazy too.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any of those?
Yeah, I have.
I mean, they're talking $5.5, $6 million for this guy. And that seems crazy. And it's always just kind of a slap in the face of a reminder of like, we keep thinking this bubble's going to burst and that like guardrails and we'll dial back and it's just reckless spending. It's just the Wild West now. We'll get it all fixed. Whenever I see that we're in year 3 or whatever of just transfer portal spending and we're up to $5.5, $6 million for a guy like Juke Harris who hasn't done anything at a big level, it's just crazy to me. And when I say done anything at a big level, like he's played and he's had some good games, but it's not like he's really done it in high pressure situations. You know what I mean? Wake Forest hasn't really been playing big games over the last couple of years. I mean, they were 7-11 in the ACC this year. They were 18-17. So like, it's not like he was doing it at a high level. Now that doesn't always matter. We talked about Chaz Lanier. We talked about Dalton Knecht. That doesn't necessarily matter. But like, neither Chaz Lanier nor Dalton Knecht came in demanding millions and millions and millions of dollars. And millions and millions and millions. Dalton Knecht was kind of a bargain. Chaz Lanier you had to pony up for, but like still, not at this level.
You got to think that they're pretty confident in this kid's evaluation, though, if you stayed kind of in the boat with him for this long and these numbers are getting up to what you're saying. Like, I feel like Tennessee probably would have backed out by now if they think that that's a kid that's, not really worth that type of money.
It does make me wonder if there's just like desperation here, though, because like, yeah, you recruited him hard out of high school and you recruited him hard once he got into the transfer portal. I feel like if it was me at a certain point, I'm like, bro, do you not like us? Like, I don't want to just pay you to be here. Like, you picked Wake Forest over us. Now, that was reportedly because he wanted to stay a little bit closer to school. That's fine. But if you tell me you want to stay closer to school, why the hell are you talking to Michigan? Why are you doing all this flirt with Michigan? Do you just not like us? You don't want to be here? Because I don't want to pay somebody that doesn't really want to be here. There's a part of me that feels that way with him too. But you are right. The staff does apparently have an affinity for him. As this is somebody they recruited hard in high school and are now back in on heavy. We'll keep you updated on the transfer portal as Jalen Harrelson is set to arrive to campus later today. William Passon points out he was a McDonald's All-American, a Team USA U17 member, and a 5-star recruit. So he does have some accolades, and there is some real athleticism there. Somebody teach him a damn jump shot and get him in here. It kind of makes sense because when I see a 5-star average 16 points a game, there was a part of me that's like, well, why didn't he just go to the NBA? But then I see like, okay, you can't go to the NBA at that position and not be able to shoot threes at all. Not be able to hit college threes. That makes sense. This guy needs to get out of the transfer portal and get in the damn gym. Let's go. Sam, send us to break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Here at Fan Run Radio, we're not just some podcaster streaming from his mother's basement, but we're also not a bunch of mouthpieces on state-run radio telling you what we've been told to say. We're the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
It's baseball time in Knoxville. Your Knoxville Smokies are back in action and back home next week. Join us for a week packed full of fun with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, our Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers, come dance with the Smokies and fireworks on Saturday, and we're halfway to Halloween on Sunday. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Cody, what's up, man?
Good morning. Hello.
How are you?
Oh, alive. Good to be here. Good to be anywhere.
What's the latest? What happened?
All kinds of stuff, man. You know how it goes. Just living. That George Jones song, "Things Have Gone to Pieces." That's about where I'm at. I got an earache.
Oh no!
It made me think of you because you got all this ear trouble, and mine's. It feels like it's getting a little worse. I don't know.
That's what drives you crazy, brother.
Yeah, it doesn't it's not terribly bad.
Then you're like, is it getting worse? Is it getting better? Or do I need to do something about it? The next thing you know, boom, it's infected. You're sick. You're dying.
Well, Ma used to pour hydrogen peroxide in my ear if I had an earache. So I guess maybe I'll get some of that just because that's all I know. See if that helps.
I can give you some pee and pour it down your ear. They say that's good for it too.
Whose pee is it?
It has to be somebody else's.
Okay. Who?
Well, in this situation, it would be mine.
Oh no, I don't want your pee. I mean, I'm not anti-pee, but it's got to be the right,
Yeah, they say if you put that in your ear, it'll fix your earache too. Bubba, that's something for you to consider as well. If your ears are still hurting, offer stands for you too.
Now, Bubba's problem is the cat pee, from what I heard. That's Bubba's problem with his ears, all those cats peeing. So I think he's got the pee.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
So what happened with your car?
Well, I've got an issue with it's something to do with the air tank. That's about all I know.
Okay.
And I've tried Googling it. I don't know if it's something called maybe a MAF sensor or something like that. It's
when you say air tank, what do you mean?
Well, when the car's running, it will die when it's idling.
Okay.
But I've pretty much deduced it down to it's only doing it when I'm running the AC. It's not dying otherwise. But the check engine light came on, and this morning it was blinking, and it was having a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
and
that's when you gotta go get it fixed.
Well, they say you can ride with your check engine light on, but when it starts blinking, you need to address the problem.
Yeah, it's go time.
So I get up and get going, and it starts blinking, and I can tell it's really kind of struggling for air. And so once I got it up to speed, I just rolled it right into my auto mechanic, and I'm hoping they can look at it today. But
Ron?
No, it's not Reasonable Ron.
Oh.
He just does tires.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's another guy I know who, I don't know. It's hard to find a reputable auto mechanic. But anyway, so I took an Uber to get over here. But I tell you, my driver, this guy was a character. He was, how do you say, Arab? A full-on, the guy had the whole getup.
Okay.
Had the robe and the hat and everything. And really interesting guy. He was telling me about his he's got mobility issues now, because he was telling me, he says, I take my family on a vacation to Florida, beach vacation to Florida, and I fall down steps. And so he's telling me all about this reconstructive surgery he had to have on his knee. He's like, I've been in and out of a surgery room, hospital. I fall. He said he was walking out of his beach house and he fell.
He has a beach house?
Well, I don't know if it's his.
Okay, or he was just renting one.
He just rented. He said he took his family on beach vacation.
Okay, I imagine that's not his beach house then.
Said he tumbled right off the deck. I didn't know the Arab people did beach vacations as much. I never thought about it really, whether they did or not. But anyway, he's going on and on about that, telling me all about his knee surgery and how bad his legs are. And I'm just sitting back there with the pain in my ear, hoping for silence. Just like, there's nothing worse when you get the small talk and you don't want the small talk. You know what I mean? I got this ear trouble. I got vision troubles. I got car troubles. And meanwhile, I got Osama bin Laden up here telling me all about his reconstructive knee surgery. So that was my morning. And then I went to the eye doctor too. That's another thing I got going wrong. Went to the eye doctor because I've been having vision troubles.
Yeah.
Everything's blurry. And they're doing that test on me. And they said, are you having trouble seeing things up close? Yeah. What about far away? Yeah, having trouble with that too. Trying to make out these letters and everything. Hoping I can get some new glasses, because I used to have some glasses.
I've never seen you in glasses, I don't think.
Yeah, you have. You definitely have.
On the show?
Yeah, years ago. And then what happened is I went home for Thanksgiving one year and I sat on them, and I broke my frames and I never got a new pair. That actually happened.
So you've just been walking around for damn near a decade with just needing to wear glasses, but just refusing to wear glasses?
Yeah, I need some glasses, man. And I'm afraid of contacts.
What do you mean afraid of them?
I've never understood them. You put this little alien blob looking thing into your eyeball. I've never understood it. I don't know.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
I don't know how they work. I feel like I would lose them and they'd go into my brain.
Okay.
They've just always scared me.
You know, fair enough. I feel like I'd probably just wear glasses too.
So anyway, the eye doctor, I'm getting ready. I said, "You going to give me some glasses?" He said, "It's pretty bad, man. You got bad vision." I was like 20.
No.
He's like, "No, you don't have any 20s."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, no." I was like, "So is there some glasses?" And he said, "We can't give you glasses." The guy just hands me a cane and a dog and says, "Good luck."
Did you just sit here and practice a comedy routine in the back of the Uber this morning or what?
No, this is all true. These are all things that happened.
He gave you a cane and a dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, "We don't have any glasses for you, but here's a cane and a dog." I said, "All right." So the dog's at home. Got some new plants. That's a positive thing going on.
It's sad. You know what? I will say I appreciate you showing up. It would have been easy for you just to
when I saw that Uber was $27, I said,
now, do you need to go back and get it later, or do you want me to drive you home? I'll save you an Uber ride home. That's the least I can do for
I
you.
don't want you to go out of your way.
Nah, it's not out of the way. It's fine.
It is out of the way.
Well, I mean, it is definitely out of the way, but it's
it's my shop is not near here.
Literally, it's out of the way, but figuratively, it's not a problem.
Well,
at least I could do since you came in.
I might need a ride to the shop if anybody can give me a ride.
I'll give you a ride to the shop.
But see, I don't know when it's going to be, so that's
how about this? After the show, I'll go get lunch. I'll come back. I'll take you to the shop. Give them a little bit of extra time.
Well, we'll see if they got anything going by then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I tried to call them on the way, but I got plants, so I told you that's a positive development. Yeah. My friend is a bit of a horticulturist. I've told you about my horticulturist friend, and he gave me 2 plants because I moved into this new place, and I'm trying to make it homey. I want it to be, because I don't know anything about decorating. And everywhere I've always lived, I've decorated.
Sure.
It's just kind of a bachelor pad.
Yeah.
Seems like you're tired of hearing my stories. You got things you want to talk about? Anyway, I was just going to tell you about these 2 plants.
Yeah, I don't really care much about the plants. If you have a picture of a plant, I'd care about that. But that's one of those situations where a picture would be worth 1,000 words. I don't want to hear 1,000 words. I'd rather just look at one.
I didn't take a picture of the plant.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here, though, sincerely.
Yeah. All I know is one of them you got to water like once a week, and the other one you got to water every 2 weeks. That's what he told me.
Make sure you don't get them mixed up.
Yeah.
Be a real shame if you killed both of them because you drowned one and the other one you
didn't get enough water.
Yeah, you let die of thirst.
Yeah, that's the thing he told me. He said you can't overwater them. So don't feel like
hell yeah, you can overwater them.
Yeah.
Drown them.
I know nothing about plants. These are my first 2 plants. So I'm looking forward to that journey.
Hour 1 in the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. This is Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, "I've got your back." That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh
AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
It's baseball time in Knoxville. Your Knoxville Smokies are back in action and back home next week. Join us for a week packed full of fun with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, our Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Come dance with the Smokies and fireworks on Saturday, and we're halfway to Halloween on Sunday. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
What Vanderbilt does well, and they do it very well. In fact, they are the best in the country right now at post defense.
You're listening to Talk Sports.
Like, you're not going to be able to dump the ball into Grant and get easy buckets. They're allowing about a half a point on post-ups. They're forcing turnovers on 20% of post-ups.
They're number one in the country at that?
Yeah.
Airing every day from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
This might not be a Grant Williams game, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm preparing you for Grant Williams not being able to go off.
On 1340 WKGN.
And a historical performance for Grant Williams in this building tonight. He had 43 points. He made 23 of 23 from the free throw line. And the reigning SEC Co-Player of the Year has certainly stamped his name on that trophy again with this performance tonight.
Hour number 2, kick it off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Drink the light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer. Let's kick off hour number 2 with some headlines. My good friend, Cody McClure, he's on a collision course with them right now.
Thank you, John.
Big Dog.
What's that?
You got to refer to me as Big Dog now.
Thank you, Big Dog.
I got initiated to the club yesterday.
I was going to say, I just read that you got 300 on bench.
305.
305.
Yeah.
Wow. You didn't want to just go ahead and put that third 45-pound plate
well,
on there
I was doing
315?
Well, the way I was doing it was I was using the I guess these are the Olympic weights that are 55 pounds each.
Okay.
So like there, instead of like the 45-pound plate, there's like a 55-pound plate. So I was using 2 of those on each side.
I see.
For 265. And then instead of taking it on, trying to do the math, I just threw on an extra 20 on each side.
And then did the math after you pumped it.
Well, I was doing the math because I wanted to see if I could break 300, but I was like, I'll just do 305 instead of trying to get to 300.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just threw an extra 20 on each side.
I never saw a 55-pound plate. I didn't know they did.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I said the Olympic plates. I don't know if those are actually Olympic plates.
Are they like colored different?
Yeah.
They're like blue or red?
Yeah, one's red and blue. And
was it immediate? Like, was somebody watching you from the gym before this happened, or were you just kind of doing this yourself and then just?
It was
boom.
it was kind of a blackout, but I actually went with a spotter this time. Typically, I don't do a spotter, but I was like, what?
It's good to have a spotter.
Yeah, I was like, I never do a spotter, but I started working at 275, doing some reps. Like, I feel pretty good. And there's another guy over there that asked for a spotter. It's like 230, not to judge him or nothing, but like, you don't need a spotter for that, bro. Come on. But then somebody was already over there, so I was like, I'm gonna go for it. I've always wanted to do it. I've always wanted to try it. I did this calculator you could do online that like you put how many reps you do, and it's like what your max is, and it said it was like 315. I was like, oh, maybe I should go for it. So then I just put it on, and then like they let off a siren, and then people started woofing, and the next thing you know, they came and they had a collar and a bone and threw it to me and said, "Welcome to the Big Dog Club."
Nice.
Yeah.
I just would like to envision like you rack the weight immediately, and then there's a guy just right behind you that like puts a collar right on.
Yeah.
you.
No, I think my spotter
like
gave a
quiet
signal.
little tap on the shoulder, and then like woof, woof.
Yeah. I think my spotter gave a signal, so then they started woofing. There's way bigger dogs, of course. There's 400. There's more on. So I'm not.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's just
there are.
Those clubs expire though. Like you have to be able to do it within like a year to get to stay in the club. They said so. Like
yeah,
but it's just nice to be like the smallest dog in the Big Dog Club. So
what dog are you at the dog park?
It's the dog park.
I don't know what kind of dog I would be. I don't know. It's a good question.
What kind of dog would you want to be?
Now that you're in the Big Dog Club.
Rottweiler?
I've always loved Rottweilers. I think those are very pretty dogs.
They are.
They slobber a lot. Although I do kind of slobber a lot too. My allergies have been killing me. I feel like I've just been sneezing and coughing and doing all this stuff. I can't see. They're itchy. So maybe a Rottweiler.
Speaking of slobbering, I don't mean to be gross, but I've been like drooling in my sleep a lot.
Yeah.
What is that a sign of? Because I've been having to change that pillowcase out. Like I've been having to wash.
This guy's giving a new definition, a new meaning to wet dreams.
Yeah, and sometimes there's blood.
Oh, that sounds gross. But let's just get on with
Yeah.
headlines. But yeah,
Okay.
please address me as Big Dog. I'm not John anymore.
All right, thanks, Big Dog. Well, Paige Beckers has got her girlfriend in town with her as the Dallas Wings select. Are they still girlfriends?
They are.
Yeah. The Dallas Wings select UConn's Azzy. I think it's AZ Fudd, number 1 in the 2026 WNBA draft. Azzy Fudd is on her way to Dallas with a $500,000 payday waiting for the former UConn star.
I will say those numbers are crazy, seeing the paydays for the first round WNBA picks.
That's a lot of money.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially compared to
Given the product.
Well, last year, the highest paid player in the entire league was $250,000. Now you got rookies making more than that in their first year. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder how many women are salty about that.
I'm not really sure I have the words to describe the feeling, says Fudd. Any relation to Elmer? I don't think it's fully sunk in. It's nothing I could have imagined. The feeling of sitting with my family, hearing your name called, such a surreal feeling. She will pair with Beckers, who was in attendance at the draft along with her teammates. She says Paige is an incredible player. Everybody knows that. She's someone that makes playing basketball with easy. And I love her. She didn't say the last part, but she probably does. UCLA stars Lauren Betts and Gabriella Jaquez also went in the top 5.
They had 5 players get drafted in the first round. Does the Fudd and Beckers love connection at the top of the team for Dallas? Does that make you feel any type of way? Like, do you care about that? Does it make you more interested, less interested? Do you just kind of view it as funny? Like, do you care at all about that?
It doesn't really have any impact on me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to make me watch more or less.
There's another famous used very loosely, but there's another like power couple in the WNBA that plays on the same team. And I find myself enjoying watching them play more because I like to see who's going to pass who the ball and how they act around each other.
Well, you got to think it's a little tricky, right? Because if they break up, then they're still teammates.
Yeah, the other ones are married.
Are they? Who are they?
Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner.
Well, they have different names.
I guess they didn't take each other's name. I don't know.
DeWanna Bonner?
She's the one I showed you that one time. Or I don't know, maybe we weren't. We watched the one girl. The one girl, Alyssa Thomas, that's the one that plays like Draymond. We watched her game that last year, and you were like, oh, I like her. She's physical.
She's tough.
Yeah. Well, so it's funny watching her with her wife out there. The wife's just a real tall string bean that looks like Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Well, just body-wise. But anyways, I enjoy watching them together just because I like the interrelation, the dynamics of being in a relationship. But
yeah, it makes it interesting.
And I will say Paige Beckers and Ozzie Fudd are much more attractive than those other two. So I'm interested to see if there'll be any type of. I can already see Bubba rubbing his hands over there. He's ready to get Dallas wings.
That's not all he was rubbing.
All right, let's move on. Next headline, please.
Well, I was going to tell you, Lauren Betts and Gabriela Jacquez also went in the top 5 just over a week after leading the Bruins to their first NCAA championship. Jacquez, she's the sister of the NBA player Jamie Jacquez.
Yeah. Jaime.
What's that?
His name's Jaime. He's Hispanic. It's not Jamie.
Oh, it's not Jamie Jacquez?
No, it's Jaime Jaquez.
Oh, the
J makes
the
a
H.
sound.
Like jalapeno. Yeah. Jalapeno pepper.
There's a lot of films.
Okay. Well, Dick Vitale is vowing to keep fighting after he gets a diagnosis of melanoma. The Hall of Fame broadcaster Vitale announced he has melanoma in his lung and liver and will be starting immunotherapy soon. Vitale, of course, a cancer survivor. He is one of the preeminent faces of men's college basketball. Yeah, we know that. He's battled 4 types of cancer in the past. He says, I've beaten melanoma, I've beaten lymphoma, I've beaten vocal cord cancer, I've beaten lymph node cancer. I'm 4 for 4 and fully confident I'm going to make it 5 for 5. So he's still got the positive outlook.
Good for Dick Vitale to still be positive and to keep that. It is kind of crazy to me. I mean, I went to church on Sunday, and the preacher said something that kind of stuck with me over the last couple of days when he was talking about, the bad things in his life being something he uses as a positive and as like a testimony to people. And it does kind of feel like Dick Vitale, I mean, who's made his whole life, or at least one of the main things I know about him is like his affinity and his love of the V Foundation and like how much he's like promoted it.
Mm-hmm.
There is like a cruel irony, or maybe even like a bittersweet, or maybe it's just a sweet irony of him going through all these battles as it allows him to kind of, and he says, this is why I keep the V Foundation so close to my heart and why I promote it all the time. So like, give more money to this foundation. Let's try to beat cancer. Like he's been kind of a spokesperson for cancer research in my life, at least for 20 years. And now he's just constantly having to deal with it. Maybe calling that a bittersweet irony isn't fair, but it is kind of crazy.
You went to church on Sunday?
Yeah, I went to church on Sunday.
Is that a new development?
I go every now and then.
Church guy now?
I go every now and then. My old lady likes going. Sometimes I throw her a bone and go with her.
How much do you take out of the plate they pass around?
They don't pass the plate around. They ask for a QR code. You scan a QR code and just Venmo them now.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is that a joke?
No, that's real.
A QR code?
A QR code.
Maybe people were taking too much out of the plate.
No, I think it's just easier to have people just Venmo them they still have a box outside that you can put like, cash or a check into, but they also say, hey, if you want, you can just pull up this QR code.
Yeah. Even church evolving with the digital age. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's so much digital age stuff there.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of news today, a lot of interesting news. You guys may have already touched on this. The former Titans coach, Dave McGinnis.
No, we haven't talked about it yet, no.
Former Titans assistant coach Dave McGinnis has died. He also served as the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals in a decorated NFL career. Died at 74 Monday, the Titans announced. McGinnis, affectionately known around the league as Coach Mac, had been hospitalized because of an illness since early March. Titans owner Amy Adams Strunk says, my heart aches with the loss of Coach Mack, who was so much more than a coach and broadcaster. He was family. And then they rudely mentioned in the article that McGinnis went 17-40 with the Cardinals.
Yeah, there wasn't no sense in pointing that out. Who wrote that?
Teron Davenport.
ESPN?
Mm-hmm.
ESPN wrote that he was 17-40
in the fourth paragraph.
We don't need that update. If they're not gonna cover Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini and start, let's get in here and give us some real information. I don't need you throwing in all of a sudden, we got to be accurate. We got to give you the news. You're not giving us the news. You're picking and choosing what you want to report to us. So how about you don't pick and choose that a coach that just died went 17-40? How about you talk about how good he was as, the color analyst with the Titans radio network. People liked him there.
And that was 23 years ago
Yeah.
when he coached the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Why you got to say the guy went 17-40?
We don't need to hear about that.
Very rude.
How did he get the job in 2001 is what I want to know, because they say he was a mid-season replacement, which to me makes me think of like an interim coach. He took over whenever they were pretty bad, but then he went 1-8 his first year. So like I do wonder how they're like, you know what? That 1-8 was pretty promising. Let's give you
and make you the guy.
We'll make you the guy. He did go 7-9 his next year, so he did improve him. He did kind of prove him right for a little bit, but yeah. R.I.P. to him. A lot of people in Nashville sad. A lot of people spoke very highly of this guy. I never really heard anybody say any bad words about him.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about him, but I saw there was a lot of chatter.
Sam, your thoughts?
Yeah, really, really sad, honestly, yesterday when I got this news. But yeah, I mean, that's just like a guy that I feel like growing up, I'd come out of church and I'd turn on the radio immediately in the car, and it's just Mike Keith and Coach Mack just, calling a game, and now neither of those guys there for the Titans, so kind of sucks that the Titans radio that I kind of grew up on is done. And my old neighbor growing up was a coach of the Titans too, and Coach Mack used to come over to this dude's house, and I met him a few times. He was an awesome guy. His family was super, super nice.
Did he still do it last year after Keith left?
Yeah.
I didn't listen to any games last year. And I assume he was going to do it again this year.
I think so.
Yeah. That's tough.
R.I.P. to him. Seems like he was really beloved in the community.
Yeah, a lot of people saying a lot of nice things about him. That's a good legacy to leave behind. I mean, it's obviously sad when somebody dies, but it is always kind of nice whenever someone gets a lot of flowers and everyone talks about how good of a person they were.
It is nice, but they that's what they say is when you die is when everybody says the nicest things about you. You don't get to hear them. It's kind of unfortunate.
That is something you should keep in mind throughout life. Just be nice to people.
Oh, me?
I mean, just everybody.
Oh, yeah.
If you love somebody, go ahead and tell them. People never get the flowers, or they can still smell them.
That's deep.
Kanye West / John Reed. Anything else?
Yeah, my nose has been running.
Yeah,
too.
I know.
I got the nose, the ears. I got ear trouble, eye trouble, nose trouble. It's rough. Maybe I think I need to start looks maxing.
You got to get out of your jester maxing lane for sure. You're more of a jester maxer for sure.
I need to start looks maxing.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
How do you start? Sounds like you guys don't know. Sam kind of looks like...
You're not going to like how to start.
Yeah, I mean, Sam could be clavicle or whatever.
I was going to say he kind of looks like clavicular.
Is that how you say it? Okay.
I don't know. That's how it's spelled.
I don't think I want to be associated with this guy after the press that he's been getting lately.
This guy very strong.
They called him an incel on 60 Minutes.
They put this guy on 60 Minutes?
They called him an incel?
What? Yeah. Well,
this guy,
it was weird because
60 Minutes has stooped that low to
well,
put this guy on.
Well, they just had the great story about the truckers, and then they also had this clavicular on.
There is probably something to this guy kind of being a menace. Like, they probably should be covering this guy on 60 Minutes, and I don't know exactly how he gets down outside of the jester maxing and look maxing, and his whole thing is what? Just basically being like a strong-jawed, like, handsome guy, or I don't really know anything about it.
I think,
but I did see that there was a story that went viral last week or 2 weeks ago about like some 20-something-year-old kid, maybe he's 18, talking about all the steroids he takes because he's trying to looks max, as he said, and they're like, bro, this is bad for your heart. He's like, if I die at 30, I just die at 30. Who cares? But like he's studying this guy and like this guy's messages. And he's like, yeah, I want to look max, which, you know, for the adults in the room, that means just try to look as good as possible.
Right.
Be really strong. Take steroids.
Like you.
I don't take steroids.
That's how you bench 300 pounds, by taking steroids.
305. But no, I don't. No steroids here.
Just barbecue chicken.
Just barbecue sauce. And turkey burger. I ate a turkey burger for lunch.
Turkey burger.
Yeah. That's how you look, Max. Eat your turkey burgers. Turkey burger and a little 57 sauce. That's good lunch for me.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, Kirby Smart tells Chris Lowe Georgia recruits differently than other programs. He says, if you're coming here for a paycheck, then you're coming to the wrong place.
I feel like he said this already last year. Find a new talking point.
Well, he's telling Chris Lowe now. He says, we're trying to motivate guys to get the next check at the next level. If you're coming here for a paycheck, you're coming to the wrong place. I don't know if that's a good strategy.
I think it is for Georgia.
I don't know, man.
That doesn't mean Georgia's not paying players. But he's like, hey, if you're gonna make your decision versus, you know, from like, hey, Georgia's offering me $1 million, but South Carolina's offering me 1.5, and you want to go to South Carolina for that extra $500,000, we don't want you. That actually kind of makes sense to me if I'm Kirby Smart. I'd be saying the same thing because, hey, when you come here, we're getting you to the NFL. That if you're so short-sighted that you want to go somewhere for $500,000 instead of investing in yourself for 3 or 4 years where I can get you $30, $40, $50 million, yeah, you're not the type of guy for this program. That's what I'd be saying if I was Kirby.
Well, I mean, he's got the track record.
Right. Yeah.
Kirby tends to mog all the other coaches.
He does mog them for sure. Trophy mog. He pretty much trophy mogs everybody in the SEC.
Yeah. He's mogged Josh Heupel. That's for damn sure.
So like if like Josh Heupel can't really say this.
I used it correctly.
You did. Josh Heupel can't really, you know, flex like that. But like Georgia for sure, like, hey, if you're going just for the biggest check, don't come here. I'll get you to the league. I'll get you paid. That money still matters more.
Good strategy, man.
It is if it works. As long as you keep getting players in the NFL and all that. Good batch of headlines. Sam, send us a break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Good morning, sports fans. It's Aiden Sidoti with your Talk Sports update. Number 9, Tennessee softball earned the sweep against Kentucky on the road with a 10-3 win Monday night behind home runs from Ella Dodge and Alana Leach. In women's hoops, UCLA made history by becoming the first program to have 5 first-round selections and the first to have 6 players taken in one draft. Lauren Betts, Gabriela Jaquez, and Kiki Rice went with picks 4 through 6 Monday night for the Bruins. In the MLB, the New York Mets have now dropped 6 straight after being shut out 4-0 by the Dodgers. LA starter Jordan Robleski tossed 8 scoreless innings and allowed just 2 hits. And now back to John and Cody in the White Claw Hard Seltzer studio.
An offer or a threat. So you can choose which way you view it. We'll go around the room, and if you guys got a better topic, I'll allow it. If not, we're looking at the NBA playoffs.
Oh, come on.
If you got something better than the NBA playoffs, you can feel free to suggest it, but otherwise that's where I'm going. I know you guys don't necessarily love it, and that's fine. But it is the biggest thing that's getting ready to start. But I'll open the floor to all 3 of you as you can make your bids for a better topic. Well, Bubba, Sam, which one of you want to start?
I wish I had something better.
You don't have anything better? Okay, so Sam's passing.
Preds lost and are out of the playoffs.
They're out. They're cooked. Well, what do you want to talk about there other than the Preds suck? I am curious. How does your boy Charlie feel about it? Because me and him used to argue about it, and he was like, I don't want to rebuild. I don't want to just tear it down and get good. I just want to keep making the playoffs. And then it's like the Preds just never could pick a lane, and they straddled the fence for so long, and now they just suck.
All my friends that watch hockey closely are way too hopeful about the Preds and thinking that we're going to develop a prospect that's ever any good.
Yeah.
We're never going to do that. We have so many picks, and they're like, just wait, we have all these picks. It's going to be great. And we're not going to. We've never developed an offensive threat ever. Preds have only been known for defense and goalies.
They've really only kind of had those 3 or 4 years. Been pretty mid otherwise.
That's not true.
It is for me. That's my perception of it.
That's all I watched either.
They had a nice little 4-year run, but
it's just not true.
But it is to me.
We can talk about your Atlanta Hawks.
I'm not going to act like my Atlanta Hawks have a long history of success either. So that's why I understand.
That's why you jumped ship to the.
I didn't jump ship. I got pictures from 2008. Now, if you want to say that I was rooting for the Grizzlies as well, that is accurate. I rooted for both teams for a little while because they're in 2 different conferences. That is 100% correct. But I got pictures, Sam, of me in 2008 down in Atlanta in a playoff game. So I was a Hawks fan since 2008. Now, the accusation that you're throwing out there, it's fair. And if you want to say that rooting for 2 teams is lame, that's fair too. But I was like, you know what? They're both somewhat close by. I went to playoff games at both. I was trying to equally kind of support them or at least, give the Grizzlies a nice run. And I did really like the Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol teams. I really liked those teams. But I didn't give up on the Hawks when that was happening, just for the record. I rooted for both. But again, if you want to say that's weak, I will acknowledge that was pretty weak at that time. I understand that.
I think you can root for whoever you want to. I root for all kinds of teams.
I did root for the two closest teams, or at least the in-state team. I know Charlotte's closer. I did root for the in-state team and the Hawks. I did root for both. There was only about 4 years of my Grizzlies fandom, though, I'd say. And it was a bandwagon time. I really liked the Marc Gasol teams. All right, so Sam's disqualified. Bubba, do you have a topic?
What do you want to talk about?
Okay, Bubba ain't got nothing. Cody, you better have something, or else we're doing NBA playoff previews. I'm itching. It's going to be a big playoffs. The play-in tournament kicks off tonight.
Do you think you would have won the Masters this weekend if you started on the furthest point on the green?
Well, I'm a very good putter, so yeah, probably. But
it's a good hypothetical.
No, it's so
Report betting.
It's so dumb, and it just reminded me of Sam and Charlie claiming their 4-man scramble would win the Masters.
We would.
You wouldn't.
We would.
Watching the way these golfers melt down with pressure, you guys would not have
get
won.
4 shots every time.
It doesn't matter. You guys wouldn't have won. It's one of the more ridiculous things I've ever heard claimed.
All right, little dog.
No, that's big dog. That's big dog. That's big dog.
Some are saying this is the dumbest question ever. That's what some are saying.
Saying it's the dumbest question ever, as if like it's obvious you would win, or
no, as if it's obvious you would not be able to do it.
Realistically, let's just say just simply on par fives. You mean to tell me you couldn't birdie every one of the par fives, 4 putts to make a putt?
When I first saw it, I was like, yeah, I could do that. And then I thought about it, and I think I'm more in the camp now of like, there's no way. Like, the greens are just too tough.
Yeah.
For the average person that doesn't know, like,
assuming that you get to get the same amount of practice rounds that other golfers get, at least you get to somewhat test the greens out a bit. I don't think that's the dumbest question that you've ever heard, that as some people have called it. Like that's a little extreme.
I just think it's like those guys are trained to read the slopes. Like they have professional caddies.
Yeah,
that,
do we
know all that
do we
stuff.
get a caddy too?
Well, see, I don't know about
if I'm a golfer, I get a caddy too.
I don't know about that. I do think there's probably good golfers who could maybe do it, like good guys who actually golf all the time, maybe. But like average guy, I think it's definitely a no.
I think
like,
your problem is that you're going to take yourself out of the tournament at the start. Like you won't know how to putt on those greens till at least the back 9 or something like that, and then you're just out of
second 9.
You're out of the tournament. Yeah, my apologies. Second 9.
Yes.
So what's the
Very
prompt?
important.
The prompt is you just start on the green the furthest place and whether or not you can win the Masters.
Yep.
So you got 4 rounds to do it.
Yep.
Now, like I said, if you go out there cold with no caddy and you've never played the greens and you're never getting practice, yeah, probably not. But if you give somebody some practice and a caddy, I'd say it's very, very possible.
I would say that we are all probably ignorant of whether or not you could do it because we haven't seen those greens up close and like how difficult they probably are.
Whenever you had, how do you say his name? Houghton Lee? Is that how you say his name? Houghton Lee. Whenever you have him, putt one off the green, that doesn't give me a lot of confidence.
Right.
But also he was coming from out of the fringe. He wasn't coming from the green. He was coming from just outside the green. I felt bad for him. Did you see his video, Sam, where he said he had food poison?
Yeah.
Which that's a pretty good excuse, and maybe he's telling the truth, but like I think
salad.
He said at the start of the tournament?
Yeah, that was in like the first 2 rounds.
Okay, the video I saw made it seem like it was like between Saturday and Sunday.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it probably was still affecting him a little bit.
But no, if he had it earlier in the tournament and still played good, then I don't feel bad. The video I saw, I gotta get better at checking the internet.
He was saying that like Thursday and Friday he was struggling with it, and then I think, or maybe just Thursday, one of the days he came out in an all white outfit, and they were like, no better way to beat the food poisoning allegations than wear all white the next day.
No dookie stains here. Okay, well that makes me feel less bad for him because the video I saw made it seem like it was Saturday leading into Sunday.
No.
Because he went from like getting in line to like have like $1 million payday to like, hey, here's $50,000. Thanks for coming.
I also think like these greens are big, right?
Yeah.
They're huge. And like
They are big.
If you started at the furthest point, I think your average guy would definitely would overdo it. Like you would be putting several of the balls off the green, right?
Yeah.
Because you'd try to overdo it and then you go too far. Then you got to start chipping, and like average guy's not going to be able to do that very well. I mean, Sam, you're by far the best golfer here. Do you think there's any possibility that you could do this?
I think I could be in contention. I don't know if I'd be confident in winning it. I think the strategy you'd never go for a hole ever. I think you just have to like be at the edge of the green and then just try and putt to the middle of the green and then just make another putt and hope you can kind of nestle it up there and just hope that you make enough pars and maybe a few birdies.
I think you'd have to go for a couple of them, at least like trying to get close to it. Like if you're on a par 5, I assume I don't know what size the greens or which holes are bigger than the other, but I feel like a couple of them you'd have to go aggressively trying to get it in a spot where you could maybe gain 1 or 2 strokes. You shouldn't have too many like bogeys or double bogeys though. You will of course have a couple, but you shouldn't.
What do you think your score would be? I mean, the putting would at least be, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong here, but would the putting not at least be the closest thing that the everyman could do? Like I don't think the average Joe could even begin to drive the ball like these guys.
Right.
Because there's more skill involved with the swing.
No, it is always amazing. I know people talk about it, but like I am still blown away whenever I watch big golf tournaments and just seeing the narrow windows they have to hit their drives through to like not kill people. And like all those people just like funneled in. You only have like basically the size of this room to hit a drive like with everybody watching.
It's crazy.
It makes sense why Rory has completely shanked his clutch, drives on 18 2 years in a row where he's just like buckled under the pressure.
Like, I'm not saying the average Joe can be a good putter, but if there was going to be one thing.
Sure, we've all played putt-putt. Yeah,
right.
We've all played putt-putt.
That's the one thing you'd feel best
If you think the greens are fast, like you trying to chip around it and get it to stop coming out of the bunker and all that stuff, you're not going to be able to do that ever. So, like.
Well, the problem is, see, that's my question. How many would you actually have to chip? Like, how many of those putts would be so bad that they roll off?
I feel like if you hit them and they roll off, as long as you don't hit them in the sand, like you can still probably put them back on.
Yeah, you get one in the sand, and that's going to take some time.
Oh yeah, if you get one in the sand, I don't think I'd be able to get it out. Like I'd be done at that point. I mean, I wouldn't be able to.
What place do you think you could get if you just hit all the shots and all you had to do was just hit it onto the green? You didn't have to putt out and like finish.
So
all
like
you
the opposite of
get the ball onto the green.
That would take me way longer. Like I would take my chances. Like if I had to do one of these for my life, I would do the putting. It would take me so long to get the ball to the green.
And I think it's kind of the opposite of what Cody was saying in terms of knocking it off the green. I think people would, and because when I do watch golf, I'm always blown away by how many of the pros leave putts short. Like when they're going uphill, they're even still a little cautious and don't hit it. And like me at home, being a casual, I'm like, hit it. You can't leave it short. Hit it. Like, obviously, I know that if it goes past it, sometimes you get in a lot of trouble. But like, I think the mind. I think so many people would leave putts so short when they're actually trying to do this exercise. Yeah, I think so many people would be hitting like 8-foot putts when they need to give like 20 feet. I think they'd be so scared of it.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of that too. I think the caddy thing's very important. A lot of people point that out in the comments. Like,
yeah, you give me a caddy.
Had a professional caddy.
Yeah,
maybe
that's basically what Cam Young's doing. Like he couldn't putt at all, and there's like, hey, he's got his best friend here now, and his best friend's a great putter. This is his teammate at Wake Forest. They're best buddies. He's going to tell him what to do, and he's going to do exactly that. Then all of a sudden, his putting got pretty good. Like I think if I had someone here like, hey, here's what we got to do, and it's doing all the reading for you, I think it becomes pretty feasible at that point.
This makes me want to play putt-putt so badly.
I still don't think, the average 4-man scramble winning. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
We're not an average 4-man scramble.
You say that. I know you got a friend that's good at it, but like he's not like Masters good, so like he's basically average in this conversation.
What did you say, Sam?
He's like, what? If he's a scratch golfer, yeah. I mean, like that's good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying your friend's not a good golfer. He is. I'm just saying, I just think there's obviously levels to it.
You got 3 guys that are like a single-digit handicap, and then probably like a 10 and like a 15.
Yeah.
You said you could win the Masters?
They said the
As a
4 of them.
4-man scramble.
Yeah.
Like playing best ball?
So all 4 of us hit a tee shot, and then we take the best tee shot, and then all 4 of us go from that tee shot, the best tee shot, and we hit an approach, and we take the best approach of all 4, and then so-and-so.
Yeah, I doubt it. But maybe,
I think you could finish
I don't know
within
how
5
good
strokes.
the guy, but is there one guy that's a lot better?
Yeah, one guy's a scratch golfer.
So basically, you're just going to take his best ball every time, and that's still not going to be good enough to win the match.
Essentially, it boils down to, they think their friend who can play, even par golf is going to win the Masters. That's essentially what they're telling me.
Yeah.
It's the vibes.
I mean, we think that we can hit a fairway and then go hit a green, and then between 4 people, you can at least you're not going to 3-putt every single
You get to see, 3 lines of what the ball is going to do before it goes into the hole, and then that 4th guy better step up.
Four guys getting to putt. I see the logic there.
Coming from a guy who only plays video game golf, I'm not
That's
going
not
to really
true.
trust his opponent.
I played putt-putt. I played putt-putt like
took one
a
lesson.
month ago.
I was also watching. I do see the logic when you got 4 guys going at the putt.
I was watching a golf.
I've never even played in a scramble before.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
When?
Check the record. I made the putt to win. Hole 17. I got pictures of it, and I'll show you.
When?
Don't come on here acting like you know my
Name
life.
the event.
An event. Well, it wasn't an event.
Name the scramble that you played.
I played with my friends. There's like 4 teams.
Name it.
I'm looking at for the damn pictures. I'll get you the exact date. You're going to come on here and act like you know my life. I got people that were there, and I got people that saw me.
Fan run event. This guy just sat in the car handing out drinks. We had a fan run team. He didn't even bother to play.
Well, that is true. I was managing things there at that point, Sam. That doesn't mean I never played. Let me see if I can find the pictures. But I would say circa, this probably was 2020, if I was guessing. COVID. Bored,
I love golf.
I got people that were there that saw me sink the winning putt on 17.
You probably saw 3 lines before, right? And then you were like, "Oh, I got this."
I went first.
You give me 3 lines, I'll win the Masters.
Damn right, Cody.
Actually, I went first, and it was
will be our John Daly.
Yeah, let's go.
I went first, and it was only like a 12-foot putt.
Now watch this drive.
It's taking a while.
I think I've deleted the pictures, but I will find them. I will find them. No, I'll find them. They're pinned somewhere else.
They're in the cloud.
Yeah, I'll find them
somewhere in there.
Gonna tell me I've never golfed. I've golfed once.
Did you wear plaid?
No, I wore. It's honestly maybe the worst I've ever looked. This was right at COVID. This is probably me. Almost, I would say maybe me at my heaviest before I was like, you know what? It's time to start working out and lose some weight. The picture's just gross. The shirt I'm protruding out of. And I had some really long, like baggy shorts. I was in a bad place.
Yeah.
Wasn't wearing plaid, though.
Well, at least you didn't slip that far.
Not a bad topic, I guess, but you're still getting an NBA preview coming up next.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. I'm happy to announce that our free stump grinding promotion for Fan Run Radio listeners is now extended to March 31st, 2026. If you've got trees in your yard that need to come down before they fall on your home, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes and mention you heard our ad on Fan Run Radio, and we'll get rid of that problem tree for you and grind those stumps for free. Call us at 865-384-2012 or check us out online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. All right, let's talk a little NBA. Tonight, you have 2 play-in games, which I still think if I'm the Orlando Magic and the Philadelphia 76ers, I'd be pretty annoyed with, since you got bumped for a concert. You're supposed to have your game first on Tuesday and get an extra day of rest, but instead, Philadelphia has a scheduling conflict, so they moved that game to Wednesday and put the Heat Hornets tonight. The Hornets have been a really good team over really since December. They're 5.5-point favorites tonight. You got the Suns, the Blazers in the nightcap. Cody couldn't care less. The playing tournament doesn't sound that exciting, honestly.
Well,
it really doesn't.
Working on my map tap.
Yeah. I can't really make Heat Hornets sound interesting or Blazer Suns.
No, I was listening to a guy on the radio though.
What'd he say about it?
And
did he sell it to you?
Yeah, he was talking about the NBA.
The playoffs as a whole, I'm excited for, but tonight, just the games tonight. Like, I think the Hornets are going to roll the Heat. The Hornets, they better with how much people have been talking about them over the last couple months about how dangerous they are. The Heat kind of feel like a franchise ready to be put out to pasture of sorts, or maybe just get there, try to get a high lottery pick and try to trade it for Giannis. If I was a Heat fan, that'd be my focus. Just end this season and give us some ping pong balls.
Well, he's talking about how we're going to get LeBron and Durant, which I was not aware that Durant played for the Rockets.
Yeah, we're getting LeBron and Durant, but I don't think it really matters. That's going to be a pretty lame series with the way the Lakers roster looks right now without Reeves and Luka. Go ahead, Bubba.
Well, this goes back to the WNBA. So Brittany Griner going up to the Connecticut Sun.
Okay.
Who was bought and sold, and now they're moving down to Houston.
Right.
Her and Katie down to Houston. Uh-oh, power couple.
I don't think Brittany Griner likes men. I don't think they can really be a power couple. I don't think they're each other's type.
What about Brittany Griner and Lauren Betts, maybe?
Did she get drafted by Connecticut?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was a tie there. I don't know Lauren Betts' sexual orientation. I don't know how she gets down.
Get down however I want to get down.
Love is love, man. Do what you got to do. I don't know.
Absolute film.
I like men, women, whoever wants me.
It's not good when the Miami Heat fans probably do just want to tank. That's been such a problem in the NBA in terms of all season, people tanking. But, like, I do think the play-in games, you're still supposed to want to make the playoffs, but every Heat fan I see is kind of like, nah, we're good. Let's go ahead and beat us. We'll take those ping pong balls, and we'll try to go get Giannis. So Durant, LeBron, you care about that coming up this weekend?
You do have, if you're into just the old school, you got a couple of good matchups, at least getting LeBron Durant, despite the fact that they're both 82 years old.
They are very old.
You get that, and then you get
I think from a basketball standpoint, the Timberwolves and Nuggets is great. Like that's been a playoff matchup a couple times.
The Timberwolves were built to beat the Nuggets, I learned.
Yeah, that's basically they hired the guy that built the Nuggets. The Timberwolves hired him and basically like, hey, go fix this. Go stop the Nuggets.
However,
and they've matched up pretty well with them over the last couple of years.
However, if Minnesota was for real, would they be a 6 seed if they were really for real?
I think 6 seeds are dangerous. I think those are the ones you got to watch.
And Denver's been
You
hot
saw
lately.
the Vols as a 6 seed. They made the Elite Eight. They looked pretty good.
That's true. Denver's been hot lately.
Denver has been hot lately. That is true.
Denver hadn't been losing much.
And the Wolves have been a little banged up with Edwards and McDaniels. They've been a little banged up. But the Timberwolves just kind of have the Nuggets number. That is true.
LeBron and Durant, I mean, that's the type of game you could watch and at least maybe appreciate, It
is one of the last times you're going to see it.
Both those old men out there. The thing is, it's just not as interesting to me with the Lakers is because their two best players are out, So it's going to be hard for Lou. But I guess that makes it fun to see if LeBron can do something.
It is kind of sad watching. It is going to be sad watching those two go head to head because like we do have to kind of appreciate it, but like it's just a reminder that we're all getting old and our heroes are breaking down.
Yeah, but I mean,
and I use heroes lightly, not literally. I don't consider either one of those guys my heroes. I'm just saying basketball superstars.
Well, it's just the natural progression of things.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel the same way about tomorrow night. Like they're going to try to sell us on Steph Curry versus Kawhi Leonard, but it's a play-in tournament game. And not even the play-in tournament to get in the playoffs. This is just the 9-10 matchup.
Well, I mean, if you're
the Warriors are 37-45. Like, just go home.
Yeah.
Just go to bed. And the Clippers are only 42-40. But at least I think they started the season. It was like 4-20 or like it was like 5-19. It was something crazy like that. So like they've been really good since the first like month and a half of the season. Send Steph Curry home though. Let that guy get healthy and see if you could put a roster around him. Same for LeBron. Maybe just send both of them home.
Well, LeBron's going home.
Yeah.
I mean, their two best players are out. Like what can he do? I mean, I guess it would be a good story to see if he could win being him, just carrying the team one last time. But I don't see how that will really affect anything.
Yeah, it feels like the play-in tournament's been a good addition to the NBA, but then like now that we're here, and maybe it's just because my Hawks have finally risen above it after playing in it for so many years in a row. We're above it now. We're up to a 6 seed and ain't got to worry about it. But it does feel like maybe the Hornets have something. If you told me the Sixers had Joel Embiid, I think maybe they had something. But, like, I don't think the Clippers or Warriors or Portland or Suns have a chance of doing anything against the Thunder or the Spurs. Both of those feel like really dominant, short series where they get dominated.
Both sweeps?
I don't think San Antonio will sweep. Well, never mind. San Antonio gets to play whoever wins tonight between Phoenix and Portland. Those should be sweeps, gentlemen sweeps at worst, where they, maybe they let them win game 4 and then beat them in 5.
I'm planning to get back into the NBA during the playoffs.
Okay.
So you'll have someone to talk to.
Well, that's good.
Now, I'm not going to be able to watch everything.
Sure. Nobody can.
But especially when we get the Thunders and Spurs, because that's supposed to be a great series, right?
I do think that in the West, the first round might kind of suck. Or the first round might be like you got LeBron and Durant, which should be great on paper, but then you look and it's like the Lakers are going to be having to play. Like Bronny James literally might be having to play playoff minutes.
That's crazy. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of all the thing about the play-in. You're gonna get rid of all these,
right?
Or most of these olds.
I do think Minnesota, Denver will be a great series, but like if you get to the second round in the West and it's like Oklahoma versus Houston, Durant going back into Oklahoma City, that could be fun. San Antonio versus either Denver or Minnesota would be a great series. And then
I'd like to see the big freak Wemby because I haven't seen him play yet.
You haven't watched Wemby play once yet?
No. Well, I've seen him on highlights,
but you haven't actually sat down and watched the game?
No, I want to see him against Jokic. I think that'll be fun.
Well, they played a couple weeks ago in a regular season game, and it was a classic game. Like that was maybe the best regular season NBA game we've had in years.
And I hear Jamal Murray shooting the ball well.
Jamal Murray's good. But, yeah, like really if you went to that one game, it would be about the only other like regular season game that would be comparable to me would be the I don't know if you remember when Steph Curry hit like the half-court jump shot against the Thunder, the bang, bang, that regular season game. But if you do get Spurs Nuggets, that one will be great because in that game, Wemby had 34 points, 18 rebounds, and 7 assists. And Jokic had 40 points, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds and hit the game winner. Like, they went to overtime, and Jokic got the better of him. So, like, I do think there's some real star-making potential. This playoffs will probably be remembered for Wemby, like, getting introduced to guys like you who only watch the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him play. I would be interested in that series.
Okay.
But, I need it to be that. I don't need Minnesota beating Denver because Minnesota doesn't interest me.
Okay. I mean, I like watching Anthony Edwards play a lot, but I kind of understand what you mean in terms of like Wemby and Jokic kind of going head-to-head where they're both kind of guarding each other from time to time.
Yeah, and then I know that the Thunder would be they're probably still the favorite, right?
They are. But Thunder Rockets would be fun because the Thunder do have some – at least they have Amen Thompson, who's one of the best defenders in the league, who they could throw at SGA and bother him. And then Oklahoma City booing Durant, and that dynamic would be pretty fun too.
So I know you tried to skip over it, but I'm going to bring it back to it. For the
Brittany Griner again and Kevin Durant, give it a rest.
For the Hornets tonight, do you think this is pretty important though? Because it's like they seem to have young talent there, and the fact that play in for a chance to go on to the playoffs.
Oh no, this is huge for the Hornets. The Heat, like they know the Heats aren't going to do anything. Like last year, they made the playoffs after winning the play-in tournament, and then I don't know if you remember. They got really, really embarrassed by Cleveland in the first round. It's like the most lopsided series basically of all time. So, like, the Heat know, like, hey, the way we're constructed, we're better off trying to get the best draft asset we can get. The Hornets, on the other hand, they got young guys who are trying to get playoff reps. You know how we always talk about, like, oh, you need those bowl reps? You need those bowl practice reps for your young players?
Yeah.
Got to get them some extra practice. In the NBA, that is kind of true when you have a young team. You want to get in the playoffs and just feel the difference of intensity and the difference of game planning and go through that. The Hornets are definitely at that stage right now, Bubba. So they are probably the most intriguing team of the 8 in the play-in tournament because they've been really good over the second half of the season, and they do have a core that makes sense with Ball. LaMelo Ball, I don't know if you ever watched him play, but like he plays basically the way he did in high school, just street basketball, where he's doing all types of crazy shots off one leg. He's fun to watch. Kai Knippel's been really good. Brandon Miller's been really good. They got pieces there, Bubba. So them getting to the playoffs would be really good for them. But also they might be able to win a game or two against Detroit as a 1-8 matchup. They might be able to make them sweat a little bit.
See, Detroit being the 1, is that –
Detroit's good, man. I like watching Detroit play. They play if you like 90s basketball, you'll like Detroit because they play physical and tough, and they try to beat you up down low. They got a big man in Jalen Duren who is an old school type of center who just wants to pound you, and then they got that Beef Stewart guy who just likes fighting everybody. So like he's kind of a wild card in himself.
So they're getting back to their roots,
kind of.
Yeah.
And like if they play the Hornets, those two teams got into a fight a couple months ago, and then when they played last week or 2 weeks ago. Jalen Duren told the coach and all the players, like, hey, we ain't shaking their hands. Go to the locker room. We're not shaking hands with them after the game. Go on.
Guy on the radio was talking about how good the West playoffs could be, but in the East, he called it the Leastern Conference.
See, that's a stupid take. Who said that? Do you know his name?
I think it was on Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington. It was one of the guys on The Odd Couple, I think, because they talk a lot of NBA.
Yeah, like if it's Rob Parker, sometimes I think he knows what he's talking about when I've heard him in the past, but you can't call it the Eastern Conference anymore. The East if you look at the top of the East, they have won like 60-something% of their games against the West this year. They own the West.
They were also talking about, we're running out of time here, so I'll save it for next hour.
Okay, yeah, you can kick off the next hour with what Rob Parker or maybe his co-host said, or maybe a different show. But like, I am interested in it. Bubba, send us a break though, because Cody's right. We're out of time. Hour 2 in the books. Hour 3 coming at you.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788. Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
It's baseball time in Knoxville. Your Knoxville Smokies are back in action and back home next week. Join us for a week packed full of fun with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, our Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Come dance with the Smokies and fireworks on Saturday, and we're halfway to Halloween on Sunday. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
just came back.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Overrated, underrated on Wednesday. Fan Run Radio, Talk Sports said, not in my house, I ain't talking to Kim, babe. John and Cody out here asking where the ops at. Tennessee volunteers here for combat. It's the Cherokee Ghost, John Reed and Cody doing everything we can to bring Rocky Top back. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Never leave a witness, never leave loose ends. Nico ain't nothing but a nuisance. 2026, we making new friends.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. This batch of headlines brought to you by our friends at Knoxville Smiles. Local dentistry done right. Don't put off your dental visits any longer. Go to KnoxvilleSmiles.com and get yourself booked. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Hour 3 headlines. What you got, Big Mac?
Thanks, John. So anyway.
Big dog.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Big Dog. So anyway, they were talking about trading Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, or not Tatum, but they were talking about breaking up the what'd they call them?
The Jays?
The J brothers or something like that. The Jays.
I think it's called the Jays.
The Jays. They were talking about breaking them up for Giannis and whether or not that was a good idea if they could bring Giannis in. And the debate was, because Giannis is obviously a better player than either of those two. Like if you just ranked the NBA players, but you break up that chemistry and like how you break up that culture. Like, is that worth bringing in a guy like Giannis?
The Jays, I don't know what to do with the Celtics because it does feel like this year the team has been Jaylen Brown's team, and he's been like a borderline first-team All-NBA MVP type of player. But now Jason Tatum's back, and that was his team before he got hurt. So, like, I am interested in like how that dynamic works moving forward. Now, I don't know if you trade. Look, this is more of an off-season topic with the Giannis stuff, but like, I don't know how much I'd be lining up to go try to get Giannis if I was one of the teams that were already good. If I was a desperate team, like Bubba's Charlotte might be interested. They got a lot of extra draft picks and some young players. Pairing Giannis with like Con Knipple and LaMelo Ball, that'd be pretty nasty. That would kind of make sense for them. The Miami Heat, who are desperate, who don't really have any good young players except like Jaime Jaquez, that's kind of all they have. If they want to go out and try to get Giannis, I'd understand. But if I'm Boston, I'm not messing with that, man. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, that culture you have is already pretty good. But on the other side, Giannis is already in his 30s, and he's not a guy that has been playing a lot of games recently. People don't really give him credit for being the injured guy, but like he, 60, 61, 67, 63, 73, 67, 36. That's not a whole lot of games played, especially for a guy who's like one of his biggest benefits is his athleticism and his size. So like he's got that dreaded calf injury, which is usually bad. That's whenever you start worrying about the Achilles going. I don't know how much I would blow up a good team to try to get Giannis.
I decided that I wouldn't if I was in charge of the Celtics.
Yeah, if I'm the Celtics, no, I'm good. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, that's the guys I want.
What do you make of the proposal of the draft being the 4 next teams and not the 4 worst teams? Because Adam Silver apparently likes this idea of to keep teams from losing on purpose.
At least where they try to, so the idea is that they're going to no longer give the best odds to 1 through 4. They're going to give the best odds to 5 through 8.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels dumb, but maybe it would keep teams from trying to be the absolute worst teams. At least they'd have to sprinkle in a couple wins here and there.
You would probably end up with a couple of just really god-awful teams, wouldn't you?
Well, you kind of already have. I mean, like these teams that are picking at the top of the lottery, or at least have the worst odds, have been bad for like 5 or 6 years in a row now for the most part. Like Utah's been bad, for the last 4 years.
Brooklyn's been bad for the last 4 years. The Wizards have been bad the last 4 years. So it's not really working. I think if I was in charge of it, and I'm not Adam Silver, I would do a rookie salary cap, like a rookie funding, to where, like, to me, that's the most interesting thing, where if you're the worst team, let's just say you get $50 million to spend on your rookies.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the second worst team, you get 47. It goes down 45.
Get a money thing.
Yeah, that way, like, but if you're a player, you could turn down money. Like, hey, I don't want to go to Utah. That's a losing culture. I don't care if they give me $50 million. I'd rather go get $20 million and go somewhere where they're competitive and know what they're doing. I'll sacrifice money for a better spot for my career. And that would kind of punish the poorly ran franchises. Not with everybody, because sometimes money talks. But some of the big prospects might be like, nah, I'm good. This franchise sucks. The Wizards don't know what they're doing. I don't want to go there. That would kind of force the teams to not be losers, to make sure they're a well-ran organization. I don't know. What you got for the news?
Yeah, I'm doing the news. This is all part of the news. A couple other NBA notes for you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is like Christmas.
Yeah, and then we'll have to move on.
Man, I miss talking about the NBA. We used to do it all the time.
Well, I know, but I worry about the audience.
I'd get stopped by people all the time. It's like, John, thank you so much. I love the NBA too, and nobody else in town knows what the hell they're talking about. Thank you so much.
Well, it drives some listeners away. I'm sure some
Who the hell's
appreciate it,
leaving? Where are they going to go?
I don't know. That you just got to realize the time on the calendar, folks. I mean, it's April 14th here. The Masters is over.
Hell, the orange and white game's already happened, so we ain't even got spring practice to talk about.
And that had no buzz at all.
It really didn't.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton is dealing with shingles.
No. This is sad. They're calling him Tyrese Halliburger.
Oh.
That's what the streets are calling him.
Come on.
And he referenced that yesterday.
Yeah,
he said the internet's been mean to me. They're calling me Halliburger.
That's rude.
He said he got fat. Have you seen pictures of him, though?
No, is he fat?
I mean, he's not fat compared to, like, us or, like, normal people, but he's definitely fat compared to what he used to.
Speak for yourself.
Well, he's not fat compared to what he used to look like last year when he was playing basketball. Like, a year off of basketball has definitely put on some weight for him.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, when they call Patrick Mahomes fat, like, he's still not fat compared to.
Well, he ain't got shingles. He's just eating.
Yeah, but like, Patrick Mahomes.
Patty's just eating. That's why they call him Patty.
Like a burger patty.
Hamburger.
Like, he doesn't look fat compared to normal people, but he looks fat compared to, like, Tom Brady and, like, really in shape athletes.
That's kind of fat for a goat.
That's kind of what's happening to Halliburger, the Halibon.
Well, this guy's dealing with shingles.
I didn't realize shingles was. I mean, I knew it was a big deal, but he basically says he's been fighting it for like.
Oh, it's bad, man.
He says he's been fighting it for like months and months, right?
It's pretty bad. From anybody I've ever heard who's had it, my grandma had it for a time, and it's. I think it's pretty bad. He says he's working through it though.
Yeah.
So. That's going on. What else we got here? NBA referee Natalie Sago will become the third woman to officiate the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
So, and then yesterday, was the anniversary of Kobe. I didn't put it together. You mentioned that yesterday, how all the guys let him score 60 points. Did you know it was the anniversary of that?
I knew it was close because it was the end of the regular season.
Yeah.
That was still cool, though.
Yeah, Luka spent the past week in Spain receiving injections. Okay, that's all the NBA I got.
Does it say? I know you just closed out that story. The Luka injections, like, do they actually think he might have a chance of coming back in the first round? I need to get to the bottom of Luka's latest. Because like the odds right now are like the Rockets minus like 900, which they're huge favorites because of the Lakers roster.
Stephen A. Smith says it's close to impossible for the Lakers to win the first round series.
Yeah, I mean, it's
close to impossible.
It's pretty tough.
Well, I tell you what else is tough, and that's this VFL news I got for you. Garrett Crochet absolutely hammered last night. Battered by the Minnesota Twins for 11 runs, 10 earned, and 9 hits in 1 2/3 innings during Boston's 13-6 loss. How about that?
Bubba, what happened to your boy? Was he tipping pitches, or what's the theories?
Everybody's due.
Everybody's due just one bad start.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 2/3 innings, he gave up 11 runs.
No, I mean, it was bad. That's awful.
It was awful.
That's. I saw some people saying asking was he tipping pitches, because that's kind of the only explanation. was his velocity okay? Was it like a dead arm, or is it just, hey, they had his number and they just rocked him?
I couldn't tell you.
Alabama says wide receiver Noah Rogers was hurt in the spring game. He'll miss the start of the season. This college football for you here. Noah Rogers expected to be one of Alabama's top receivers.
Okay.
He's a transfer from NC State. Says that he will miss the early part of the season. He got injured in the spring game, and they say it's going to take a little while for him to recover. So
I'm going to give you a quote. So I'm going to give you an update of a Tennessee football story, and I want your reaction, okay?
Okay.
You're aware of what's going on with Chaz Coleman, right? You've been keeping up with that story a little bit?
Yes.
Well, they were asking, Josh Heupel got asked about it after the orange and white game and said, he's working through some things. There's been talks out there that he's homesick. I believe Basilio.
Oh, yeah.
Said he was homesick, and that kind of went somewhere.
Yep.
They're asking Austin Price on VolQuest about it. And he said, like, hey, it's trending in the right direction for Coleman. He's like, a week or so ago, I thought he wasn't going to play in the fall for Tennessee.
Oh, geez.
But he says now, it's trending in the right direction. Things are getting better. And then he was asked, is Chaz Dill really just being homesick, or does he just not like Knoxville? And the response was, it's not homesick. He just has some inner demons that he has to work through.
Yeah, I feel you.
I feel like that's worse than being homesick. If somebody says he's got some inner demons he's working through, that feels worse than just being homesick. Homesick is like, hey, have your mom send you some homemade cooking. Like, have your mom come spend a couple weeks with you.
Night terrors.
Well, inner demons. That sounds pretty. That sounds pretty sad.
Monsters under your bed.
Yeah, that's drastic, man.
Well, it sounds bad, but that could be anything. He could be a little depressed. He could have, he has some mental health, some sort of mental health situation. I mean, that could be anything. Could be a number of things. He could be wrestling with something. Who knows? I mean. It's like, Reuben Bain. I mean, you saw the story come out where he got in that wreck and that girl died. I mean,
her family asked us not to talk about that.
I know. Yeah, they did.
So for Crochet, I guess he was possibly batting an injury.
Okay.
His stuff dropped all the way down because he typically, he's a guy that can throw up in the hundreds.
Oh, that's
dropped
not
down
good.
to 92, like towards his last couple innings. But also the Twins could be doing something shady because they took care of business when it came to Tariq Skubal early in the season. So maybe there's some going on behind, Twin City.
There's so much news that I'm not going to get to.
Sure.
Sorry, but that wasn't a slight to you, Bubba. I was just looking through these bookmarks. Ty Simpson went on John Gruden's quarterback camp and shared that the offensive package that featured offensive tackle Caden Proctor last year was called Goonies because Ty Simpson says Proctor is, quote, a big gooner. You remember where they did the trick play where Caden Proctor, the offensive lineman, caught the ball?
Yeah.
They called that play, Ty Simpson says they called that play Goonies because Proctor is a big gooner. Now, are you familiar with that?
That just means he likes to masturbate, right?
That's correct. That's it. Yes.
We had some kids in here one time come into SM Athletics trying to order some team jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted their team name to be the Gooners.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, why? He's like, because we just like gooning around. And like they were laughing. They were having the time of their life. And I was like looking at them and they knew that I knew.
Boys being boys.
Yeah.
He was dying laughing.
Yeah, they knew that I knew what was going on. I was like, oh, you guys like gooning, huh? And then it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I said something about.
Well, that's also a soccer term, right? Isn't that a thing with like fan clubs or something? Gooners?
No, well, there's the Gunners, but they call like a.
No, there's
something. Arsenal's called the Gunners, but there's might be the Gooners that root for the Gunners.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think
there's something with goons and like there's some soccer term I hear.
I mean, there's a hooligans. Hooligans is like
maybe that's what maybe I'm confused.
There's like a movie called Green Street Hooligans about like a soccer club that that fights and stuff. But
yeah, maybe I'm confusing that.
Well, no, they call them the Gooners. Like, let's go Gooners. Like. It's just like, I think it's like the people making fun of the English way of saying gunners.
Okay. That's probably what it
is. Gunners.
Yeah.
But eventually the mom figured out what the hell it meant and said, absolutely not. We're not doing that.
Got a story about Jamarcus Russell here, the former first overall pick in the NFL. You remember Jamarcus? Boy, the things they said about Jamarcus. Do you know, Sam, he could throw the ball 75 yards on his knees, and he could throw it goal line to goal line. I remember the stories about Jamarcus Russell, that arm he had back in the day.
Could have been.
My favorite story is the coach that said he sent him home with a blank DVD to study film just to see if Jamarcus Russell would put it in the DVD player to see if he actually realized that it didn't work. But that when he got back to practice on Monday, he was like, oh, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
I watched it.
DVD. Yeah.
Yeah. It was good stuff on there, coach.
Well,
and they're like, Jamarcus, there was nothing on it.
Well, Jamarcus is sounding off on the haters, labeling him as the biggest bust of all time while out in public. Jamarcus Russell says, quote, I'm mad as F. Don't call me no bust, period. I'm going to show you a bust, period. I'm a bust in your mouth. End quote.
Oh,
That's what Jamarcus Russell has to say to the haters. Thanks to Sam for sending that one in.
You think he meant I'll bust your mouth?
I don't know. I don't think so. But it's hard to say for sure. It is. It's hard to know exactly what he means by that.
Okay.
We can only speculate, you know. So.
Now, Sam, I know it seems as if you haven't necessarily been feeling good today.
I'm in shambles, brother.
Well, I wasn't going to, go into details, but every time I look up, Sam's gone on a bathroom trip. But were you able to get trivia together?
I have pieced it together. It might not be my best work, but I have
every time I looked up, well, earlier before you were here, the second segment, Sam's just gone. It's just me and Bubba. I was like, what the hell's going on
you
here?
And Bubba sitting there looking at each other.
But shout out to Bubba. Bubba's my old reliable. He's a weird little guy, but he's my buddy. I love me some Bubba. We'll play some Tuesday trivia coming up next, unless you've got any other headlines you need to hit.
I can hit them tomorrow.
You can hit them tomorrow. All right.
The
news can wait 24 hours.
Well, this news can. These are not timely. They don't have to be timely.
Tuesday trivia coming up next. Stick with us.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Let's play a little Tuesday trivia. A little Tuesday trivia for the boys.
This hasn't been going well for me lately.
I wasn't going to point that out, but let's do a little Tuesday trivia. Sam said he is not feeling very confident in his questions, but we'll be the judge of that. What you got for us today, Sammy boy?
Today's categories, we have general, sports trophy names, world wars, college player timelines, transfer portal edition.
College player timelines, transfer portal, okay.
And acronyms.
These are pretty tough. These are pretty tough.
That's good, though, probably that neither one of us feel good about it. That's what they say with a good compromise, is neither party is happy.
Oh, yeah, it's great until the final score is like 6-4.
Yeah, that's right.
With that being said, I'm going to go second today.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, give me acronyms for 3.
Acronyms for 3, NASA.
Oh, man. I got to get it exactly right.
Yeah.
I know pretty damn close, but I don't think I can get it exactly right. It's kind of a tough 3-pointer to have to get it exactly right. I mean, maybe make it a 4. I'm just kidding. I'm not complaining yet. National Aeronautics Space Association.
National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Damn it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I was one word
They're
off.
just the damn news for the last 3 weeks. They sent somebody to the moon.
Would you have gotten it?
NASA?
Yeah, and they didn't call it what he just said. They called it NASA.
NASA? Yeah, I can get NASA.
Oh.
Give
Preparing
me...
for touchdown of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Yeah.
You didn't get curious and think, I need to know what that means? Give me transfer portal timelines for 3.
Who is the college basketball guard that spent 3 years at Arizona and then went West Virginia, Kentucky, and finally Cincinnati?
Quite a journey.
Oh, man, this feels like NASA. Okay. Well, I'm saying it because I don't know this guy's name. I know who he is.
I'm glad I didn't pick this one.
I know who it is. 3 years. Give me that. 3 years at Arizona.
3 years at Arizona, and then West Virginia, Kentucky, and Cincinnati.
Kirza.
I need a full name.
The last name works. If it works for Jeopardy, it works here. The last name works on Jeopardy. Are we better than Jeopardy?
No.
On Jeopardy, you could just give last names.
We typically have to give a full name.
What the hell do we do that?
I give you half credit. You got half the name, you get half credit. Fair?
My personal thought is that if it's good enough for Jeopardy, it should be good enough for here, but
it's barely good enough for here, what you gave me, so.
Is that how you say his name?
I don't know.
It starts with a K. Is it? No, Nick Kirza. Nick Kirza.
Kerr Krisha.
I know who it is.
don't think you get
No, that's
credit.
fine. I don't need credit for it. I don't need credit for it. I knew who it is though. I just can't.
I tell you what.
It's fine.
You
I don't
give me
need it.
3 for NASA. I'll give you 3 for that.
That actually would be kind of fair.
That's pretty
fine.
fair.
I'll take the
You
0.
want 0-0 instead of 3-3.
But I know who the hell the guy is. Damn it! I've never been able to say his name. What's his name again?
Kerr Krisha.
And what did I say for last name?
Kriza.
Kriza.
Let's try General for 3.
Damn it! I knew who it was.
General for 3. What is Hinduism's most sacred animal?
The cow.
Cow is correct.
Damn it.
3-0.
I've been eating at Sitar. I've been eating Indian buffets a lot lately, and so that's been on my mind because they don't serve
Do they
beef.
have
It's all chicken. You know.
Do they have like a shrine of a cow?
No. But it's gonna be kind of like Chick-fil-A, right?
You should collab.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about this, but
Sitar filet.
I don't feel good about this. I'll go sports trophy for 3.
Sports trophy for 3. What is the name of the trophy that the winner of the PGA Championship will receive next month?
The claret jug.
The Wanamaker trophy.
Damn it. What's the claret jug?
That would be for the Open.
Damn it.
Thought this was a little tough for a 3.
No, it probably wasn't, but my mind does go to the claret jug first. Damn it.
Let's go World Wars for 3.
World Wars for 3. What was the code name for the Battle of Normandy?
Well, that's something I used to know that I've forgotten. I'm glad I didn't get that. Oh, nope. I know it again. Damn it. I think I know it again.
No speaking during
Have
my
y'all ever
turn.
incorporated steals into this?
We used to try another one. It's just too complicated.
Man, this is kind of on the tip of my tongue, but I don't.
Ten seconds.
Operation something.
That is incorrect.
I mean, it was D-Day. Operation D-Day.
5, 4,
D-Day.
3.
Was it Overlord?
Operation Overlord.
Ah,
Nice pull there,
I
John.
thought about that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No,
I
you
did. I didn't
No,
say
you
it.
didn't.
No, it crossed my brain. It did.
No,
And I was like, Overlord? I don't think that's it. I've heard that.
This is a kick in the you-know-what. I feel like I've been all over this, but I got 0 points.
Yeah.
And I don't feel good about this, but this is where you lose a tournament right here. This is where you lose a tournament right here.
What did I say? Overlord.
All right, give me transfer portal for 2.
Transfer portal for 2. This 5-star quarterback started his career at Ohio State before finishing at Texas, starting over Arch Manning.
Quinn Ewers.
Correct.
Let's go acronyms for 2.
Acronyms for 2. NATO.
Oh, my God. North American Trade Organization.
North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
That's not a 2-pointer. Oh, your strategy worked. Good job.
Give me sports trophy for 2.
Sports trophy for 2. What is awarded to the top college baseball player in the country?
God. Oh, man, so we should know this. I was all about
The Mackey Award.
Plan backfired. Oh, what was it? Christian Moore won it. Or no, he didn't win it, but we kept talking. Oh, the Golden Spikes.
Golden Spikes is correct.
Let's go. He didn't win it, but he probably should have. Let's go.
4-3?
Yeah.
4-3.
General
3-4. 3-4 because I'm
3-4,
going
yeah.
second.
Sorry.
General for 2.
General for 2. What is the crime of deliberately setting fire to a building called?
Arson.
Correct. 5-4.
World War for 2. Oh, God, this is going to be tricky.
That's what I wanted to set you up for. Let's see if it pays off.
Operation Overlord.
What was the name of the peace treaty that officially ended World War I?
Was that the Treaty of Versailles?
That is correct.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, let's see if you can get a 4-pointer.
So
Let's
it
go.
is 6-5.
5-6. Important to put my score second, please.
5-6
second.
going into 6.
Yep. You're going to have to get a 4-pointer to win, big boy. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, that is the only way I'm going to be able to win, isn't it?
Yep. That's why I went second today.
I just want to say NATO for 2 was really kind of
Yeah, but you missed Operation Overlord.
That's kind of a jab, and I should have said it. I did think of it.
Sure you
You also missed like every part of NATO. It's not like you were off by one letter.
I said North Atlantic Trade Organization.
You
What
said
was
North
it?
American.
I didn't say
And
Atlantic.
it's treaty and it's Atlantic.
Yeah, well, that's why it should be a 4-pointer. Let's.
You got space right though, and you got the S right in NASA.
Okay, Curzon or whatever you said.
You don't even know it either.
Wanted credit for.
I know who the hell the guy is. I said his name was.
Well, I know what NASA is. I've been to Huntsville, Alabama, unlike some. Let's go to.
Did you say unlike me?
He said unlike some.
Unlike some.
I think he's implying I've never been to Huntsville.
Sam.
Are you Asian? Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go acronyms for 1.
Acronyms for 1?
No, acronyms for 4.
He already said it. He already said it.
I got to go 4.
You decide here, John, on the, 1, 4?
I mean, it's not going to matter either way. If you're not going to go for a 4-pointer. So, I mean, it wouldn't really matter.
1, 4?
No, the 4's fine.
Yeah. 4.
Taser.
Nope. Nope. That's a 5-pointer. No one knows that. No one's ever known that. No one knows that's an acronym. Like, if you asked everyone, is that an acronym? They'd say, no, that's a device used to electrocute guys on the run. I have no answer for that. I have no answer.
That means it's incorrect.
I wouldn't even know what to guess.
Does the T stand for tactical?
You would be looking for the Thomas A. Swift electric rifle.
Okay. Yeah, that's tough. All right, so if I can get a 4-pointer here, we can pretty much slam the door. Let's go. All right.
Why would you do that?
Do I want a general for 4? I get 2. Basically, I get 2 cracks at a 4 here. Okay. Let's walk through this logic. I get 2 cracks at a 4 here. I don't think he can get transfer portal for 4. I don't think he can get sports trophy for 4. He might be able to get World War II for 4, but I'm not going to get that right, most likely. Let's try general for 4.
General.
This is dumb. Hold on. He got to change his mind. I'm going to change my mind. That's bad logic. Give me transfer portal for 4. Wait, is that bad logic? I don't know. In my head, I got 2 shots at 2 topics I know. I'd rather roll the dice on my own. Yeah,
I think this is bad strategy altogether.
Why?
If I was you, I would just get 2 1-pointers.
Why?
Because I'm not going to get the 4s or 5s.
I'm already winning.
I know.
Why would I go for 1-pointers?
Because that's the smart thing to do here.
No, it's not.
Sure it is.
I'm not going to listen to a guy that didn't understand the difference between 9-1 and 10-1 try to explain this to me. Give me transfer portal for 4 because I think I got like a 30% chance of getting one of these right.
This quarterback spent 2 years with USC and Georgia before going to West Virginia and Rice.
Why did that name just escape me? Whenever you first asked it, I knew it. What the hell is this guy's name? I just went blank. 2016, Georgia, Tennessee. What is this guy's name? It's not Jake Fromm. Who was the guy in front of Jake Fromm? He sucked. The 5-star freshman. What the hell was his name? If you would have asked me this at any point in my life, I would have been able to tell you it. But now you asked it in a trivia question, and I'm choking. Obviously not Stetson Bennett, not Jake Fromm. What the hell is this big goof's name? Oh, my God. What is it?
I know it.
I can't think of it. Pass. What is it?
Can you repeat the question?
I thought you knew it. Why the hell you need to repeat a question?
I want to make sure.
It's the Georgia quarterback that went to USC.
His
Then
quarterback's
JT Barrett.
That's not right.
JT Daniels.
That's right. No, that's not who I was thinking of either.
No?
No.
You were
Wait, you said where?
JT Daniels.
And you said he went from where?
USC
USC to Georgia.
To West Virginia to Rice.
I was thinking of a big guy that went from Georgia somewhere else. Never mind.
I think you are thinking of this.
No, I'm not. There was a 5-star. There was a freshman that whoever the quarterback was that when we played. Let me look at before we move on. Let me look at the Tennessee Georgia box score from 2016.
Okay, so it's 5-6 going into 7. So I could tie it with a 1-pointer, but then I would likely lose.
What the hell is that quarterback's name? I was thinking of Jacob Eason. That's
a lot of J's over there, yeah.
I was thinking of Jacob Eason.
Yeah, that makes sense. They kind of look similar, too.
Jacob Eason was a lot thicker, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where did he play? Did he transfer around a lot in college?
Washington, I believe, after
Georgia. Yeah, Georgia, Washington. See, I thought you said Georgia first. Then that still wouldn't have been right, but I was thinking of Jacob Eason. I remember JT Daniels, and actually, if I'd have been paying more attention to USC, I might have been able to get that. I was thinking the wrong bleeping guy. All right, go ahead, Cody.
Oh, this is probably a mistake, but we're going to try it. World Wars for 4.
Big Daddy. Betsy Pot.
World Wars for 4. Before World War II, Vietnam was part of which empire?
Japan.
You'd be looking for the French Empire.
It's kind of racist.
Well, congrats on your victory.
I can't believe.
What was General for 4?
I can't believe I couldn't remember Jacob Eason. That guy's name used to be on the.
I think you would have had a better shot at General for 4.
That's what I thought. And then
what river forms most of the border between Germany and France?
Is that the Rhine?
Yeah,
it is the Rhine.
Yeah.
I almost went for General for 4 to try to block Cody from having a chance at General for 4, but I was like, I might be able to. What was Sports Trophy for 4? Because that was what I was going to have to get for the win. Although I might have gone for General there, actually.
What gets awarded to the top goalie in the NHL?
Is that the Conn Smythe Trophy?
That's MVP of the playoffs. You'd be looking for the Vezina.
Okay. I definitely would have gone General. I still would have won. Yeah, I would have gotten the Rhine. I would have gotten the Rhine.
I think I would have gotten the Rhine eventually. I would have had to think for another minute, but
I think you. If I would have gotten it, I think you would have gotten it. It came to my mind immediately, and I don't know anything about
that's
geography.
kind of also World War related. You know, the Rhine was a big part of the war.
Man, it feels good to be a winner. Good
I
job by me.
I think that question is what made me think of the World Wars category.
Good job by me going second.
Good strategy. Yeah.
Good strategy by me today.
Yeah. At least it was a competitive round.
Really, if you think about it, it's 8 to 9. You know, if we do the NASA,
we can
and
call it that if you want. Yeah, that's fine.
Help our scoring average.
Yeah, that's fine.
I still don't know how to say that guy's name. What's his name? Kerr Krishna?
Kerr Krisha.
Krisha. I do remember that little punk. Last call on the other side is Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Here at Fan Run Radio, we're not just some podcaster streaming from his mother's basement, but we're also not a bunch of mouthpieces on state-run radio telling you what we've been told to say. We're the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
It's baseball time in Knoxville. Your Knoxville Smokies are back in action and back home next week. Join us for a week packed full of fun with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, our Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Come dance with the Smokies and fireworks on Saturday, and we're halfway to Halloween on Sunday. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Last call here on the program as we wrap up this Tuesday show. Those damn Bonapartes, Napoleon. I mean, it was his nephew that conquered Vietnam back in the day, but I feel like you can't really be Napoleon III if you're just the nephew, to be honest.
I just thought Japan was kind of a power at that time, you know. And I thought maybe
I'm sure that's what you were going for.
Yeah, because they kind of ran that whole part of the world over there for a while. But that would have been too easy for one of Sam's 4-pointers. That was kind of like the easy answer. I knew it wouldn't probably be right, but I would have felt stupid if I said China and then it was Japan. So turns out it was neither one.
What was Transfer Portal for 5? You saw that pulled up?
I'll have it up here.
Not to make you do all this extra work, but I should have got JT Daniels. I'm kicking myself. I don't know. I just went straight to that from Georgia leaving. I knew he was a freshman at Georgia. Why the hell did I pick that?
Which forward starring in this year's NCAA tournament has gone from Robert Morris to Iowa?
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that.
Is that the white guy? I remember his name. He's got kind of a funny name.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not Carduns, or it's like I remember that guy. I would be so upset because I wouldn't be able to get it, but I can see his face. It's like Carruthers or it's something. There's like a K and a R in there somewhere in there. No,
kind of maybe.
Give me another second.
He's an international guy.
Give me another second to think about it.
Last name kind of sounds like a coffee brand a little bit.
It's not Maxwell House. Fulgaris.
There you
Fulgaris.
go. Alvaro
That's
Fulgaris.
Yeah. I wouldn't have gotten it, though, without the coffee hint. But I do remember his name. Yeah,
Last call.
He was trouble for Florida.
What'd we miss so far today, Bubba, other than all those trivia questions?
Well, we've got Cody McClure playing tight end for Utah Utes.
You see this video? That's a big old boy.
Let me guess. Some big, fat Billy Bob looking son of a bitch out there playing.
Nope. Simi Taulonga is 5'11" and around 318.
Well, Cody's like 5'9". It doesn't look like him at
I
all.
am 5'10" and a half in cleats. So
not according to your profile.
They wouldn't let me wear my cleats. So he's fat. That is just about what I listed at my senior year.
He's a big old boy. He's moving pretty good though, to be honest. But yeah, time to move to defensive line, brother.
What's he playing?
He was playing tight end in this video.
Oh,
could be a wide receiver.
Surely they're just letting him
He would be.
Surely they're just letting him have some fun.
Did you hear what I said?
Widest.
I said he'd be the widest.
Yeah, I saw.
Because he's so.
You want to see a video of it? Here's a video of it.
I don't like glorifying obesity. I mean, he moves pretty good.
He's a tank.
He moves good. He's probably one of their better athletes.
He moves like a semi. His name is Semi.
Yeah, just hope it's not one of the ones driven by a foreigner.
He's wearing number 98, though, in the video. So I'm imagining like he's actually a defensive lineman that they're just letting have some fun during practice, if I was guessing.
Or maybe they got a package for him.
Yeah.
They used to let me play fullback. They never handed me the ball, but I was a blocking fullback. Jumbo formation.
We want the jumbo formation. No, the extra jumbo formation.
They could have let me. They could have gave it to me once.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, never did.
Was that the name of a video game? Was Operation Overlord a video game?
Yeah, it was probably one of those
or
like
a movie,
Call of Duties or something.
Yeah, that's where I kind of remember it from, was Call of Duty, to be honest. But I didn't know if it was a.
That one's really killing me because I did think of it, but then I thought I would sound dumb, and I was like, no, that's like a Star Wars
brother.
thing.
You did not think of it.
I did.
Just stop.
I did.
Nobody believes you.
I'm not lying.
Nobody believes. Nobody believes you at all.
No, I'm telling the truth because
they think you're lying.
No, because I would be lying if I said I had NATO, because I wasn't going to get NATO no matter what, obviously. But I could have gotten Overlord. I just didn't say it.
What else, Bubba?
So 2 quick things for the WNBA draft. 1, 2 more former Lady Vols for lives. We had Marta Suarez and Justine Passat were also drafted. But also there was a weird interaction with the commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, and a reporter where they asked how much longer basically she'd have a job.
They essentially asked if they thought she was going to get fired.
Yeah.
Essentially is what they asked, because the she's not very liked. The labor negotiations got kind of ugly last year leading up to the new CBA. It looked like they might be headed for a lockout. But I got to say, the players should be pretty happy. Hell, we just told you the number 1 overall pick's making $500,000. That's twice as much as Asia Wilson, the best player in the world, made last year. So, it does seem like there was some more money given to the WNBA and their players. But they asked her, do you think you're going to get fired, essentially? It's like, I don't think you would ask a man that question. She pulled that card.
Oh,
which I gotta say is a little eye rolling inducing at this moment, just because I feel like we're pretty mean to commissioners across most sports. I feel like for pretty much my whole entire life, there's at least one commissioner we've hated and openly despised. They've all been men.
They boo him at every draft.
Yeah.
Lady.
Yeah. People, hell, people have been mean to Adam Silver. I mean, they need to ask Adam Silver about his job. So maybe she's got a point in that regard. I haven't seen anybody ask Adam Silver about his job, but hell, they need to fire him. Plenty of people are sick and tired of him.
Rob
Have we had
Manfred.
a universally loved commissioner?
Not Rob Manfred.
I don't know.
Was David Stern universally loved by NBA people?
No, he's retroactively become pretty loved, though, just because he didn't put up with any nonsense.
Right.
But no, I mean, like, there a lot of the players and, people were throwing, like, the dress code. Like, it's kind of anti-black, the whole dress code. Like, they didn't want players showing up, like, wearing – they made them wear suits, and they're like, thought that it was, like, basically trying to be more appealing to corporate America and get away from, like, the Allen Iverson streetwear.
Were all the lottery shenanigans under Stern, or was that a guy before him?
There's been lottery shenanigans under Silver too, but yeah, there was a frozen envelope where people
was that Stern.
Yeah, where people think that they were rigging the Knicks to get Patrick Ewing, and that LeBron James, they rigged that to get there. There's also like maybe the game fixing where they didn't give the Sacramento Kings a fair whistle in the playoffs against the Lakers and won Game 6. So Stern had plenty of his detractors as well. And there's a reason. So, no, he was not anywhere near universally beloved. Now, we'll say that, like, history has remembered him more fondly because the new commissioner is such a weasel.
They made him look good in The Last Dance.
Made Silver look good?
No, Stern.
Stern. Yeah. That's what I meant. Excuse me. Made Stern look good?
Yeah.
I don't remember that part, really, of them making him look good.
He was more beloved than Howard Stern, I tell you that.
I think you need to rework that one. The Osama bin Laden, that was a good one. But then you end with more beloved than Howard Stern.
Well, that wasn't a joke.
Oh, what Howard Stern do in the last
I was
dance?
just taking two guys with the name Stern and saying that David Stern was more liked than Howard Stern.
I thought people loved Howard Stern.
They did, but a lot of people hated him too.
Oh, okay.
He was what they call divisive.
Maybe I'm misremembering, but like I never really heard people talk bad about like Paul Tagliabue, the NFL commissioner before Goodell. Like I feel like people.
Jerry Jones didn't like him, did he?
Okay, maybe not then. Maybe that's before my time. Like I know everybody hated Bud Selig. I know people don't like Rob Manfred. Well, Gary Betts, the NHL commissioner, is he still around?
Well, I was going to say actually
Bettman,
maybe
he's still there, but nobody.
Gary Bettman. Sorry, not Gary Betts. Who the hell is Gary Betts?
Maybe.
But people hated him back in the day.
Maybe Jerry did like him because he let Jerry operate, but Jerry kind of went rogue and decided he was going to do his own thing despite Tagliabue's rules. So I don't know if he liked him or disliked him. Jerry just kind of did what he wanted.
He was like, I'm not doing this Nike deal. I'm doing my own uniforms.
I think they definitely had probably some heated conversations.
Yeah. Okay, well, good job by you boys today. The Tony Basilio Show coming up next. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio.